That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. And thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
What is going on, everybody? Anthony Ayers, this Scale Mafia, man. We are a Tuesday show. I don't even know what episode it is anymore, my friends, for the Tuesday unnamed Fuck It, We'll Do It Live show, as we just saw in the intro, man. What is good, everybody out in the chat, man? So getting used to this damn time change. Hector, my dude, what's good, my dude?
What is going on, everybody? How's everybody on this Tuesday?
Tired.
Right, Tuesday? Yeah.
I think it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
I think so, too.
It's Tuesday somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, it's good, man. Good to have you here, man. And CT, of course. Dude, what's up, my man?
What's going on, man? It's getting chilly here in New England. 23 degrees, you know, we're hitting temperatures dropping. Yeah. So time to stay in and do some streaming and watch some stuff and work on the display and cleaned out the attic, got rid of all my boxes.
Oh, nice. I saw that. I saw your video you posted, just burning the shit out of everything.
The purge of 23 happened. So
I'm telling you, man, with the amount of boxes you burned, you probably could have afforded a figure if you sold them.
Felt good. Pulled the plastic out, not burning plastic, putting that in the atmosphere. So
well, that's good. That's good.
Everyone loses their minds. We pulled that out of there, but yep. And watching some good shows, Invincible, Rick and Morty. All these things are starting up, and
oh yeah, new season.
Blue-Eyed Samurai. That's pretty cool. So if you're looking for something to watch and you want to marathon stream something, and you like animation, that was a pretty cool series. So,
gee, that's what I heard. I know Dokinator and a couple other people were like, "Yo, check this shit out." I'm like,
yeah, Dokinator. That's who tipped me off to it too. So glad you mentioned it. Glad you brought him up. So yeah, that's where I got it, and I tuned right in, and he was right. Great show. So check it out.
It's badass. I still can't get over the fact you said it was 22 degrees over there.
Yeah, it was 23 degrees. We got,
lucky you,
small ponds that turn into ice. The puddles are ice, and frost in the morning. It's cold.
Bro, it's 88 here. Like, I'm hot. That's why I'm like, it's like, damn, bro. And I got my lights and the computers on. I was like, is it winter yet? I don't know.
Everyone gets theirs. You had it in the summer. I remember when you were suffering through those hot days.
I'll take 88 all day, bro, over that 117.
Now it's our turn to suffer. So we're going into, December, January, February in New England it can be tough. So,
yeah, I don't know, man. I'll take the 22 over the 118.
That's what you say.
I'm sure I'm in reincarnated Viking. So the fact that it's 23 over there already, I'm like super jealous. So
yeah, man. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Mario,
come on down. The guys are already talking about. They're already talking about joining me next Christmas. I don't know if they're talking. Sometimes they do their talk in the Discord, but all are welcome.
Let's do it. Let's do it. That's a call all the way across the damn country, man. I'm down. Down. We'll try it out, man. Mario, though, in the chat too, man. What's up, man? Hello from the 405. Is that your area code, dude?
Right on.
I should know that.
That's his penis size. That's what he
said.
Okay.
So Mario would be he would be CT 405.
Okay.
That's what's going on with that.
That's what's going on. All right, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool.
Code is broken. Yeah.
Big O, man. What is good, my dude? In the house says CT is the Falcon cockpit worth the price tag.
Hey, if you want a Falcon cockpit, it's the only one available. So it's that simple. So, is it worth it to you? Is the price worth it to you to have that cockpit? That's it. I don't know where else you're going to get one. So, it was worth it to me. Love it.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, you can't really see mine, can you? But yeah, mine's right there.
I forget. I keep forgetting you got one hiding back there.
It's just dark, and I have nowhere to put it, so it's like right on the TV shelf, like on the corner, and I'm like,
yeah,
face is killer, man. There's just no room for anything anymore, man. My Ripley statue is going to be coming soon too, and I don't even know where I'm going to put that. The quarter scale. So
in the Falcon cockpit.
Yeah.
Something's gonna give. Something's got to give, man. But yeah, I think it's pretty awesome, dude. It is pretty awesome.
You can have a big O. You can have a lot of fun with it. I put everyone and anybody in the cockpit. I'll put Miles Morales in there, take it out for a cruise and take pictures and have fun. So yeah, it's worth it. I use it all the time, and I'm still having a lot of fun with it. So yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it is fun. You can, like you said, you can put anybody in there, man. I mean, just have fun with it, take some photos, or just, have fun with it, man. It's all. You're right though, and I think it's pretty good, man. It's pretty cool. I mean, the paint could have been a little nicer, but that's not really a complaint so much as that I would have liked a little bit more weathering, but yeah. I think that's just.
I will also shout out to Solo Bones if you follow him on Facebook. I got to say, he's probably has the most detailed cockpit. He's gone ahead and further weatherized it. He's gone in the cockpit and added little greeglies and all kinds of little additional detail. And
oh no, I've never heard of him.
You absolutely check him out. His cockpit is very close to a movie set. His figures in there, he is absolutely taken it to the next level. And if there's a better cockpit out there, I apologize. I just don't know about it. But Solo Bones, yeah.
Well, that's badass, man. Hell yeah, dude. Man. Yeah, Desi, you guys all know Desi, Metamorphic Customs,
Of course, yes.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I was talking with him a little bit too. Like, I might ship him my Falcon and just have him just fucking blast it up.
Cheating. That's cheating. Come on, man.
How is that cheating?
You gotta weatherize it yourself. You gotta put your soul into it.
I ain't gotta do that shit.
Okay, send it to him.
All right.
See if he'll do mine.
All right, no, I'm sure. Yeah, bro. Yeah, dude. I'm like, because I'm not gonna. I don't know the first thing about painting, bro. So, like, that's not what I do, man. I do graphics design and video editing, and and music. That's like the areas right there, Like painting, I never. I would draw a little when I was younger, and I was kind of good, but then I just lost it. So, as far as any of that goes. Like painting, drawing, I don't know the first thing about that shit, bro. I just don't. Sucks. Yeah. I wish I could, because people like Desi and others, man, just the talent is so awesome, man. I wish I could do it. So I really wish I could, man. But yeah, Blitz says Solo Bones does a nice Chewbacca too. Yeah,
this guy he makes a custom Chewbacca. So if you
Then I have seen that. Then I did see a custom Chewie not that long ago. It's probably him.
Yeah, he's got some different looks, and if you're interested, check him out. I've not purchased anything from him. All I can say is what I've seen, and his stuff looks excellent. So,
does it look better than the Hot Toys one?
The Chewbacca, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. To me, it looks more a new Hope one does. Yes.
So it looks more Wookiee than a Purgy. Cool.
Yeah, I think it has to do more with like what he did with the forehead, like the way it comes up and the way the head is shaped. And I think that's what you're buying is the maybe the head sculpt. I don't know if you're buying a full figure. You just might be buying the head sculpt. So. I don't know enough. I don't speak for Mr. Bones.
No, hell yeah, man.
I just have seen his stuff. I appreciate what you're doing out there. And when it comes time to weatherize and invest in my cockpit, I'm probably going to model the path that he took. He did a lot of cool stuff. So yeah.
Can you imagine an Artisan Chewbacca that costs like $800?
I imagine it every day when people ask, "What would
yeah, but are you gonna look? Are we gonna buy that? Are we gonna buy that? I don't know.
I would. Well, not at $800.
Well, you're the one that said it. You're the one that said $800 Artisan Chewbacca. You're putting thoughts.
It would never be $800.
Yeah, well, I said it would never be $400 for a hot toy. Yet here we are.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, but no, you're probably right. 800 is a bit much right now. A bit much.
I'll consider anything. Show.
Yeah.
Show me it. Show me what you got.
I guess you got to show it first. Show it, and we'll see. But that's still that's a lot of fucking money, bro, for Chewbacca.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think I would do that. No, I don't think I will. If it was like $1,000 and it was a Han and Chewie 2-pack,
maybe.
Then
I mean, that's what the other one goes for anyway. So yeah.
That's only aftermarket shit though. It wasn't like that retail. So I could look at that and be like, oh, well, if they did like some kind of Artisans for both and labeled it like around a Chi, but they were both really badass, then I could see that happening. But I'm not too sure, man. I'm not too sure about that. But Jose, my friend, was also good, man. He says, my Blitzway Kurt Cobain arrived today and it's epic. Dude, congrats, bro. I have mine ordered Spec Fiction. I dopoed it at Spec Fiction. I remember the day it went up for pre-order. That was the day I ordered it. And I don't know. We'll see. I'll definitely get it. I just don't know when. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for everybody who's got theirs. I know a lot of people went to Kit and some other places, and they're already getting it. So hopefully Todd will have his soon, dude, because I can't wait for that figure, dude.
I'll probably get it in the aftermarket down the road in the future or something like that. So
I mean, hopefully it doesn't go the way of like Gandalf. Like right now Gandalf's hard to find and he's expensive. And
dude,
shh. What? Shh.
Don't even ask. Don't ask about do not mention it. You will go to the back of the line, man. You go right to the back. I have
mine. I
don't ask questions.
I know, but anybody, I'm just warning let's not.
Well, here's the thing. People nobody has control over that shit except fucking InArt. So it is kind of a moot point, like trying to hey, when's this coming or when's this or when's that, because nobody has control over that shit. You know what I mean? If InArt is that's the weird thing, right? Because when we had John on the show and everything, and he had mentioned that they want to do small batches for QC reasons, right? They go, well, if we only do 10 at a time, then we can ensure that all 10 of these pieces are perfect, and we put them out in these little waves of sorts, right? And I don't even know if that's valid, because the Joker had some QC issues. You know what I mean? Mine came with the fucking the eyes didn't move on one of the heads.
I think that's all of theirs though. Because
no, but dude, my thing rotates.
Yeah. So my sculpted one is also cross-eyed. Oh, okay.
Yes, it's not attached to it, so I can move the eye, the bar, but the eyes don't move. And I was like, yeah, what the fuck? So who knows? I don't know about that. They'll say hey, we're gonna go through this, low runs to ensure, quality control stuff, but then there's still some quality control stuff. So I don't know.
Man, I'm just hoping for they should probably reconsider not going the per system anymore, just do individual eyes. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I like having them connected when they work, but
when they work.
Yeah, but I didn't hear too many people have issues with it. I don't know if that was a fluke with mine or.
I just don't. I don't like the message that's coming out from their retailers. This is the second retailer now that's come out and said don't even ask. We're getting inundated, and don't ask us about Gandalf when it comes in. It's coming in. They're coming in batches. We don't know what's going. When they're going to come. It's not the voice of confidence, and
no, go ahead, but I'll rebuttal that in a second, but go ahead.
That's pretty much it. I mean, this is their distribution, and the two guys I'm talking about are strong distributors for them. So that's a hell of a message, and it's to be sending down to your customers who are, spending extra, to get this quality figure. That's a hell of a buying experience.
Oh, I agree. And
premium figure.
I agree with you 100%, like coming from a consumer standpoint.
Yeah.
Right. But I also understand their situation right now, right? Which is they don't have distribution, right? There's no US distribution anyway, as of yet, right? For these aforementioned figures. So it's like, it kind of sucks for us, because then what can we do, right? So then if you look at distributors, you're like, well, they're not really authorized even to sell here. So it's like, it's a shitty situation for us. And then as consumers, we look at the company and be like, well, this kind of sucks, because as you're mentioning, it's not a pleasant buying experience, because we kind of have to do loopholes. I mean, I know I'm not trying to sound overly dramatic, but that's essentially kind of what you're doing. You know what I mean? You're going to other avenues to try to find the figure that you want to buy, because you can't really get it. Like, you couldn't go to Sideshow or, local mom and pop brick and mortar stores around here, Big Bad, whatever. I mean, yeah, the Big Bad is starting to throw some of them up at ridiculous fucking prices, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have the authorization yet, so it sucks, man. Yeah. For us, because then you're like, well, man, this is kind of a pain in the ass. I just want to get my figure. So hopefully they fix that moving forward with more, US stuff, but man, it sucks, dude.
It does. I know a lot of folks who bought the Joker, and people, Bob Dylan. Let me just name the name. Let me just say it. But man, Bob was like the last person to get his hands on his Joker, man. And
dude, I think he got it before I did.
Yeah.
And I was like, remember that shit, dude? It was like,
yeah.
I think either way, I get your point. I was like dead fucking last for this Joker, man.
Yeah.
Dead.
And, I don't know. InArt could do things. They know who's sending the product to the US, and they could be making sure those guys get batches, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's a hell of an experience right out of the gate, to be like, the last guy to ever get the Joker, and you spend that kind of money.
Yeah, bro. It sucked. I was like, yo, like, am I ever gonna get this Joker? And that was, through spec, but I mean, I know that wasn't necessarily his intentions, but that's just kind of how it happened. So then, for me, as the consumer, it's just kind of like, damn, bro, like, everybody's had this thing for like the whole year, and I'm just sitting here like, it's not a good feeling, like, especially when you've paid everything, right? Like, you don't owe any money. So
this could be an interesting experience with spec now, because they did mention that they've learned from the craziness of the Joker that they're probably going to start shipping straight from China now.
Yeah. Todd put out that option. He was like, we'll start doing that. I'm like, cool, okay. I like
a lot of lessons learned, but I would also hope, and I'm sure it's not happening, but that InArt works with Todd, knowing that, look, Todd's like really our only US foothold that we have. So what can we help to help this guy along? I don't know.
Not send him questions all the time.
Well, and that's a frustrating thing too. I mean, I totally understand that, like, working in the business, myself to an extent. People ask me all the time, hey, when's this coming? I'm like, dude, I don't know. And it's not like I'm saying it because I'm trying to, like, be coy about it. Like, some shit we just don't know. If scheduling's ready for, XYZ figure, then that's what's coming. So it's kind of, it's kind of tough, dude.
I think Ganesh spec usually gets things last. So the reason why is, from what I was told from them, is that they fill up their container over there and then they ship it. So they're not blowing a shit ton of money on shipping things back and forth and stuff. So they wait until that container is ready to come back over here and stuff. So that's why it takes the longest. But I mean, dude, that guy, he got bombarded, and he's like, well, I guess I'll start getting these, instantly, hopefully. So if anybody out there has an InArt figure from them, please let me know if it's shipped straight from China and stuff like that. Because I mean, I won't have an issue going back with spec for my InArt if the shipping's good. So
agreed.
Fernando, yes, I have been a victim of not Toys Wonderland. It was Comic Sanctorum. Same thing. They got me for the Dynamic Duo. So I got my email, said I was getting a refund. Have not got my refund. Philip.
Hey, now we know what it looks like, huh? Right, courtesy of freaking Justin today. That shit was funny.
Yeah. So number one, I appreciate you bringing up that question because I always forget to bring this up while I have an opportunity in front of this camera to tell that story. So yes, they got me. Listen, I bought, I think, like 3 figures from them, and that was one. And the options were slim, and that was it at the time. So, yeah, they got a lot of good people, but you know,
I have had one order from Toys Wonderland successful, but that was like before shit went downhill, and it's for the Justice League Superman because I was impatient because Sideshow was not getting them in. So I actually went through Toys Wonderland, and that actually came in like 5 days. That was my only transaction with Toys Wonderland, and then all of a sudden shit went downhill. So when people are like, "Oh, how was your experience?" I was like, "Well, isn't this awkward?" So, but yeah, talk about craziness, man. I mean, Adam Walsh is probably going to be on the lookout here. America's Most Wanted, going to try to find this gentleman.
Yeah, that's such a bummer, man. I'm not gonna say I told you so, but you know, I've been saying that shit for years. It's like, just don't fuck with the Toys Wonderland and all that shit, because it's been nothing but bad news. And now I have no idea, man. And it's funny, man. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I was just like, damn, bro, like, you going after each other now like that? It's just, it's like, it feels like ex-girlfriend weird stuff. You know what I mean? Like blasting the shit all over the social media with each other, and like, they're both in the fucking wrong. So
maybe it is time. Maybe it is time to bring in the lawyers and sort through it all. You know?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I am honestly not sure, dude. I don't really fuck with them. So I just feel bad for the people that spent money and then got screwed over. That's the big deal. I don't know.
You never tell me you feel bad for me. You never mention it. You just.
Well, you're a grown ass man. And
the first time I've ever heard of this. I've never heard. You know, CT, I feel real bad, man, that you didn't get that dynamic duo. You know, I know there's someone out there who did. There was someone hurt. Someone felt my pain. Someone did.
Somebody did, and that's good. Hey, listen, I've had the pain too. We've all had that shit, dude. So I don't really know, man. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm feeling as well too, man. It just kind of sucks. You know, if you guys have anything out there, I would say do whatever you can to get your money back, any which way. You know what I mean? If you can do whatever, you know, chargebacks, anything. I don't know. You're muted.
I know.
When I reached back to him, I said, "Look, man, just give me the credit. In fact, here's the figure I want. Send me this figure. Be done with it." And you know, but I also know he's got a tsunami of emails of similar requests and communication. So, fortunately, I'm in a good position, probably better than some of the folks out there are with them. And someone also helped me out. So I am more patient. But I'm not going to let up, nor should anybody else. You know, if they owe you something, follow through.
Yeah.
You know, I will. Stay tuned.
I'm with you, dude. Yeah, totally. Because that's just kind of fucked up situation, man. What up, Christian? I'll say what's up in the chat, man. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to go through a little bit of chat. I don't know why there's noise going on, too. It's not mine. Notifications going off. I don't know if it's one of you guys or not, but it was coming through my headphones or something through the stream. I don't know. Anyway, so But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Well, there's just a bunch of drama shit that's like whatever. Hopefully they get that resolved, and hopefully everybody gets their money and knows how to, be a little careful shopping around and not listen to that. I guess I don't know, man. But yeah, anyway, let's talk about some toys, man. I did kind of bring this up. I want to bring it up one more time. I talked about it briefly on Saturday, but I know CT, you're a fan. So
Marrok.
Yeah, let's bring. I kind of wanted to bring him up briefly because I didn't really get to talk to you about it, and yeah, remember, he dropped, and I was like, oh, that's a little surprising. Not in a bad way.
Well. Everyone was like, "Who asked for this? This is pretty cool." But
I don't know
who asked for this? Did you ask for it? I didn't ask for it. I asked for it. All right, let me friggin' answer the question. I goddamn asked for it. Thank you, fucking Hot Toys. Thank you. Don't worry about these Clone Wars, fucking Star Wars haters. I'm happy. I want it. I've got the Grand Inquisitor. I've got Reva, and he's gonna fit nicely. I mean, this figure is fire. Come on, man. Look at what you got. Hector, if this thing had a bat symbol on it, you would have day one pre-ordered it. Yeah, this could be a space Batman. Get on. Didn't you order right online last time we were on? Get online right now, Sideshow. I want you to order this. We'll paint a bat symbol on there.
I made a promise.
This will be your space Batman. Marrok is badass, dude, and
we'll put a Ben Affleck head sculpt on it.
He's not an Inquisitor, he's a what do you call that? Not a bounty hunter, a mercenary. So he's a mercenary. He was an Inquisitor, but he's going to kind of fit nice with the Inquisitors I'm building. And right now with your Star Wars collection, there aren't too many red lightsabers in that collection. There's a couple, Dooku and Maul, but the more you can build your collection and have the Inquisitors in there and get a figure like this. And I know he did make it far. Green Mist.
He did not.
Green Mist. But this is a figure you can have a lot of fun with. And he's going to look good with the other Inquisitors. So I'm happy. He's $5 more than I think Reva and the Grand Inquisitor were. You're getting the USB saber. I think he's just a cool figure. I think he looks really cool, man.
He does. He does look cool.
That's a trooper for that. That price and what you're looking at. It's like getting a trooper or a trooper commander or something like that, or a death trooper. Yeah. Except this guy's got lightsabers. And he's gonna work well.
I think so. But I was a little shocked that he came out, but not to what you're saying, where everybody was like, who asked for this? Right? Like, it wasn't so much that. It was just for me, it was a little surprising. But after you,
it is shocking when they try to merchandise and market Star Wars. I know that takes people by surprise. They've only been doing it for 30 goddamn decades. Well, they merchandise everything they can, man. And this Ahsoka line, let me tell you, is looking really good. I mean, Star Wars is notorious for just being white, black, and tan, like the colors. There's not a lot going in there, but when you look at these figures all together, when you look at Thrawn and Hera and Sabine, there's a lot of color pop in. This guy doesn't exactly do it. He doesn't really help my case, but overall, this Star Wars line, I'm really happy with.
Well, I think the Ahsoka line, from Hot Toys is really good so far. Everything we've seen looks really, really good. The problem is that I'm not a huge fan of the show. So for me, it's a little tough because I like the figures, but I don't know if I like them that much, right? To where I would buy them. But I had brought this up Saturday where it doesn't help my case either in this sense, because I'm not a huge fan of the Obi-Wan show either, but I have 2 Purge Troopers and I've got Vader, who's almost paid off, right? I would think he would kind of work well with them if you picked up like the Grand Inquisitor, and if they dropped a fourth and fifth, brother and sister, like you said, because there's not a lot of this. There's not a lot of this in Hot Toys form, so that's tough. It's tough, man.
The lightsaber helicopters are a little too much for me too. I got it, but that's a Rebels thing. So
does this particular character have a backstory? Has he been in the universe for a while, or is this like his first appearance?
No, this is it. So okay. They could go back. We could see something with this guy, in a backstory later. Star Wars always going back and forward, but I like it. He was out there as a mercenary Inquisitor, and gets hired by, what was that, Morgan Elsbeth?
Yeah.
Right, and
here's what
I want to know more about him. To be honest with you, I am interested. So,
well, I think and this just my theory in my head. I don't know if it's what they could. Well, of course they could do anything, but I feel like this dude is so mysterious, right? In the sense, like, we don't really know anything, right? Is it even a human? Is what I want to know. Yeah. So could it be that when he was struck down and turned into that fucking green magic wisp shit and disappeared,
turned into matcha powder?
Well, dude, matcha powder's pretty good, dude. But
it is,
but could that just be like his form of sorts, and he can reconstitute, himself again?
You
know what I mean? Like, is he really gone? I mean, they say no one's ever really gone. So, yeah, I don't know. It could be cool. I think he looks fucking cool though. He looks cool.
You know what? Now that you mentioned the mysterious backstory, that makes him cool. Just leave it at that. That's it. Because we all know of another famous Mandalorian that had no mysterious background, and then look what happened. So,
yeah. That's also true. No, but I think it looks good, dude. I don't know. I mean, I've asked people before, Saturday night even, and I guess I could do it here.
This line isn't done too. There's still a lot more that I want from it, and I think when folks are saying, why him, why then, because there's a lot more coming. We know we were teased 2 Ahsokas. There's no way they're gonna make Marrok and not give us Professor Hu Yang or Hu Wang. I always get that wrong.
Exactly. But, everybody has to calm down, bro. They're not going to blow their load. Like, there's no content coming. They're not going to blow their load and be like, well, here's all the big stars. Hopefully people buy the supporting characters down the road. It's like, just, and this thing's not coming out for like another 2 years. In those 2 years, you will get 4 or 5 more announcements from this line. So
100%, dude. That's just clever marketing. I mean, for example, with X06, I mean, we've got, Kirstie Alley's Savick coming for Wrath of Khan, right? That's the first. Like, you're not going to open with Kirk. You just don't do that. I mean, I'm not speaking directly for companies in general, but you know what I mean. You get some supporting cast out there. You start building up that collection, that hive. Then you bring out the heavier, actors or whatever, the bigger stars, or the more popular. And that's just how it works, man. That's just how it works, man. If you're man, you coming in?
I will dopo as soon as Balin comes up. I'm fucking dopoing that son of a bitch. That's I think one of the coolest characters in recent Star Wars that I'm like, this guy's fucking cool. I like him. So
agreed. What's up, Leo? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, man? How you doing, brother?
Good, man. Happy Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's a happy Tuesday for some, but it's a busy Tuesday for me, man. For real, like it's really solid. I've been up and down the highway today. I was dealing with 2 clients, dealing with a client now, so I was like, let me just pop in while I get a chance. Any chance I get to fuck around and fuck with CT, I'm all in for that, bro. You know what I mean? I get to poke jazz with him anytime I get a chance to do so. I'm gonna take full advantage and do that shit. You know what I mean? So
yeah, man. Oh,
Yeah, but what's up, man? What's going down? How's everybody doing,
that's
man?
good, man.
Yeah,
I kind of
good.
reiterated a little bit on Marrok. I know we talked about it Saturday night, but I didn't.
Yeah,
really
yeah.
He's such a big fan, so I wanted to hear his. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and you're saying
I love this figure, man.
You're excited too, right? Yeah.
I love this figure, bro. I love. Here's the thing, bro. Because again, when we're talking about this figure, bro, I said this and I say it again. The character, the weathering on this thing is a character of its own, and I think this is probably the best weathering that I've seen on a figure in a long time, and especially because again, you know, the look of the actual armor, you know, it's definitely a vintage look. But again, like I said, he carries around this aura of death. We know that again, he was, you know, a product of the Night Sisters, you know, magic and stuff like that. They brought him back. But I love the mystery surrounding this character. I mean, all of the conversations that were all over the social media and internet about who this character was. I think that was the beauty of it, because we never found out who this person was. All we know is this Marrok. You know what I mean? And just leave it at that. You know what I mean? And I love that. I love that there's mystery surrounded it, and we didn't really need to know this person's name at all. You know what I mean? I didn't want it. I didn't want him to have any type of connective tissue to who we knew. I wanted it to be something where it was completely separate. I love this figure. It's an Inquisitor, bro. Any chance I get to have an Inquisitor in my collection, I'm taking full advantage of it. It's Star Wars. I'm already in. I'm already hooked in. You already know how it is. So if you're asking me a question about any Star Wars figure, you already know the answer before you ask me. It's just going to happen, and I'm not avoiding it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I know a lot of people were like, you know, well, this was a surprise. I'm wondering why you thought it was a surprise, because of the simple fact that this was a figure that was featured and it's an easy. I thought if any surprise to me is it wasn't done first, because it was one of the easiest releases, because it had no head sculpt. It was a character that was so obscure. You know what I mean? And it would have been easy to produce. You know what I mean? So I don't know why there was a surprise for it. But, you know, at the same time, I'm all in. I was all in from day one. I'm all in on this line. I love the way we're getting surprises once every other week, or sometimes once a week. So we already know that we've got teased of that white Ahsoka. Actually, we've got teased for that a couple with the Cos baby first, number one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now we're getting it with, you know, this. So we knew it was going to come. We talked about this, and, you know, I think it was alluded that, is there a possibility that we might get two figures, you know, two Ahsoka figures, an update 2.0 of the one we got from, you know, the Mandalorian, and Ahsoka the White. You know what I mean? So could they update that head sculpt? We never know. I'm not saying they will, so people do not quote me on that. Don't spread rumors, because that's not how it is. CT, you already know how that goes, right? You know how these people, you know what I mean? So again, I'm just saying, you know, there's a possibility, but I'm definitely all in on this line. This is definitely a figure that I'm going to have. And for the many who said they're not getting it, that just makes more space for me. So I'm good. That's it.
No, well received, man. I agree. No, and CT said that earlier too, like, you know, that of course they're gonna make it, because Star Wars, it's what they do. They merchandise. I just thought, I don't know why I thought, I was like, wow, that's out of fucking left field. But not so much of like,
where are they gonna go from here? What comes after Ahsoka?
Yeah.
What comes after Ahsoka?
What Star Wars figures are they gonna sell me after this? You know, I mean, They've got time. They got
plenty of time, bro, to go through this, to get it out, because you know it's going to be a long time before we see these figures. It's going to be a minute. So they got time to kind of spread it out. And I like how they're doing it. And I like the simple fact that they're just buying time, getting these figures out. You know, one that I really cross my fingers that I want to see, and it's a highly anticipated figure for me, if they do it. I'm not saying that they will, but I would love. Now, we already know the Balin and Shen. We know that people are targeting that, but I myself want a Morgan. I want a Morgan. I want to have that character. I want them to produce that character. I would love for them to do the Night Sisters. You know, I would love that. You know, of course, we know there's a possibility we might get InArt. We might get the Night Troopers. You know, the Night Trooper zombies, the Death Trooper zombies. You know, we know that Hu Yang is one that might be out there for us to get.
Yeah.
So there's Ezra. We still got to think about getting Ezra as well. They're going to definitely release an Ezra. If they do, if they don't, I'm like, well, why wouldn't you? Because that was one of the reasons why they were going. So if you don't give us that Ezra, come on, man, what's wrong with that? But again, I mean, I would love for them to do that, but we just got to wait and see. But I think them spreading it out over time just makes so much sense, man. And it just, again, it's just an exciting time to be a Star Wars fan, man. So I'm definitely excited about it. I can't wait to get this piece of my collection. I'm all in on it. So that is what it is, man. It's drama for me all day.
Man, I look, I think it's great too. And maybe this is me being
You don't.
Listen, I do.
You don't.
I do.
You don't.
I do think he's cool, but I'm agreeing. I know I'm not alone because I see Red in the Ledger. I got Blitz also in the chat. Where's our Return of the Jedi? Which is not to say I don't like this. It's just, damn,
But
bro,
this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, when people listen, when you're asking for Return of the Jedi, you have to keep a lot in focus. There's a lot in focus here, right? So I know that a lot of people want Return of the Jedi. I know 40th anniversary. I know you want it. I know that's something that's basically that's been there. But think about what we have already gotten from the 40th anniversary, or what we've gotten from the Return of the Jedi. We got both Luke. We got Luke. We got Leia. We got Wicket.
We have 9, right? Because I have 9 Return of the Jedi.
Exactly,
figures.
bro. We got both. We got the Imperial Guards. We got Emperor Palpatine. You know what I mean? We got the Scout Troopers. We got with the bikes. We got all. So we did get things from that line. So even if they did, like, the only other thing that we can actually get, and the only other two figures that we can actually get, or other figures that we can get from it, of course, more troopers, of course, Han and Chewie, of course, more of the Ewoks. You know what I mean? If they want to, I mean, you got to think of just certain things. Admiral Akbar, they can give us that. Nine Num, they can give us that. But again, like, I mean, I think one of the biggest holdups for right now has been Harrison Ford. You know what I mean? It has been his likeness. And since now we actually have his likeness with, the Indiana Jones figure, then that might be coming up. I mean, I think it's still going to happen. You know what I mean? It still can happen. But I think there was a holdup for it. But they're not going to stop everything else just because they're waiting for that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Everyone out there crying for Return of the Jedi. I hope you got your Scout Trooper and speeder bike. That thing has been out there for like 2 years.
Exactly,
on
bro.
sale.
Yup, preach.
Right.
Preach.
It finally got waitlisted today.
Preach.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Give me
Return of the Jedi. I hope you all have this on your shelf. If you just
exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody who's wanting this, and we hear that, well, what's going? I mean, it's not like they didn't give us anything. Hell, they gave us a hell of a Vader, and we're getting C-3PO.
No.
So they did give us 2 figures from that line. It's just that, again, what happens is when your expectations are so high that you don't get the things that you want, then it's a letdown. It's just like the end of the world for the entire thing. And I just think that, I mean, again,
I think that's a little dramatic. Hopefully people don't feel exactly that way. I mean,
bro,
I don't
you'd be surprised.
They don't want to break you too. They don't want you to say, well, I'm only going to do OT. And I know people are doing that, but that's not what they want. So they don't want to break you. They gave you 2. They followed it with 2 20th anniversary figures. Awesome figures. Commander Fox and Palpatine, Sidious. Great figures. And then on top of that, you got a rooted hair Anakin.
Yep.
Right? And you got a dewback out of boom, bang, out of nowhere. Here's a dewback.
You got a whole bunch. You got some things from that. That's what I'm saying. Like, they gave us some things. It's just that they're not going to stop with just because there's a hold up on this. I mean, there's so much more from Star Wars that they want to actually get out. I mean, Ahsoka was a big part of it, bro. You know what I mean? And on top of that, like, there's still the 20th anniversary of Clone Wars. Things there that they were, they're looking at as well. So I understand, bro, because, like, again, I understand a lot more than most. My old ass, especially considering, you know what I mean, that I grew up with this trilogy. That's something that's near and dear to me. But at the same time, I want everything in the IP because I'm so excited about that. You know what I mean? So again, there's wait, and then here's the thing, bro. And I see a lot of people talking, but you gotta also keep it in the realm of possibility. Because popularity, the most popular figures are the ones that they're going after. Obscure characters, you know how Hot Toys works, man. Like literally, you know how they work. We want certain things. We want what we want, but that doesn't mean that that's what Hot Toys is going to actually give us, bro. I mean, let's keep it all the way a buck and keep it a stack. This is how they work. They can definitely give us more TIE pilots, but a Wedge, you know, they're not going to. Bro, they won't give us that. If anything, they'll give us a Bausch. They'll give us Leia. You know, they can possibly give us that figure. You know, they would have given it to us a while ago if it was all about that. But I think there was a couple of holdups, man. But I think again, it's
Disney sniped him.
Okay.
Got him.
Like, is it me? I was like, is it me?
That or Leal has mastered the artist of miming because he's just.
Bro, he's got it
a little too far, and
he's not even blinking.
Yeah.
I love it. I think he may have had a connection issue. Most likely that's what happened. So I'll give him a moment to see if he can reconnect. But
I will pick up where he left off. Listen, dude, I try to get everything that's coming out with Star Wars, and I'm telling you, I couldn't take a couple more figures. They pushed me right to the brink this year. 82, I think. Hot Toys, Hot Toys Nightmare ran some numbers last time, and I think it was like 82 figures. He said,
man. Dude, shout out to him. He's been logging all that.
Shout out, for running those numbers. Appreciate it. But 82 figures, that's a lot. It's unprecedented, and everyone, listen to Denobi, even he is having a tough time trying to keep up. So, we always want more. We want more. I'm not even reading Dylan. Go away, Dylan.
That's your nephew, bro.
There is, it's funny. There is just a lot of stuff out there, a lot of figures. And again, they knew they had to go ahead and also get us this Ahsoka lineup. So, they have got me to the brink with pre-orders. And I know people want a couple more, but man, maybe that's all you're collecting is Return of the Jedi, but there's just a lot of product out there right now. A lot.
There is, man. There is. I still feel though that
they're going to take care of us.
Look, they will, but it's okay. I think this is what it is, right? Because you have Disney Plus and you've got their television shows happening, right? Yeah. So Hot Toys as a business is looking at it like, well, shit, let's make the new stuff because it's new, right? It's popular is subjective, but either way, it's popular in the pop culture sense. It's live, new episodes, within the fandom, it's new content. So they're gonna want to do that. I mean, Disney's gonna want them to promote it. They're gonna want to promote it. They're making money off all the new stuff. I totally get that. Get that. Just
what do you want? Is it the pretty packaging?
It's not even
for the 40th anniversary, because they just showed you they'll give you a do-back. They don't need an anniversary or a reason.
Right, they don't. Go ahead. We got a do-back and another Sand Trooper that are both fucking New Hope.
And a rooted hair Anakin.
Oh yeah, there's that too. So, and
I know a lot of us didn't get it, like Dylan. I know Dylan didn't get it because he's a dry runner and he got away, and God's punishing him, and that's just the way it goes. So sorry to hear that, Dylan. But yeah.
No, and I'm with you.
I mean, so what? You 40th anniversary, you get special packaging, great. And you know what I did with all mine? Boop. I burnt it all. I got rid of it. So I mean, the packaging is great.
Blasphemer.
I didn't need that packaging with my do-back. They delivered a do-back. That was cool.
It's so much the packaging, so much as kind of drawing a little sympathy with a lot of the community, because a lot of the community has not been collecting as long as I have, or some of you guys have. So they had missed. Maybe we're talking about Return of the Jedi in particular here, but OT in general a lot of people don't have. So it's about that. I feel like it's about that time.
Yeah,
that
man.
some nice.
I need all of it. I need all of that Return of the Jedi. I need all the New Hope. I have none of it. So yeah, I am that guy. I want all of it, but you know, if they came out with all of that tonight, I couldn't buy all of it.
I don't know what's happening to Lyle.
He's stuck in the multiverse.
He is. Hey, we were just talking about you, man. Nightmare, what's up, dude? It says, hey everyone, did I miss a chance to buy another? yeah, it's waitlisted, bro.
Look, here's the deal though, y'all. I was thinking about using a coupon that doesn't work for anything. So I went and put Sideshow's Eric Draven in my cart, and when I went to my cart to see if any of my useless coupons work, they were offering a Scout Trooper for half off to go with your order. So I think those are still available. So if y'all want to go and try and check that out, go ahead.
Yeah, maybe. That's funny, Red. I feel for you, bro. I played the weight game on the speeder and lost.
So did I. Red. God damn it. 30%. I was committed. I thought that was it. And pigs get slaughtered. That was it. I was greedy. I wanted too much. I should have grabbed it at the 20%. That knocked off $100, like $101. Brought it to 40. I could have put 50 points on it. Picked that up for $350. And God damn it, I didn't, Red. I didn't. I'm right there with you. I'm feeling the pain on this one. Stupid. It'd been out there for friggin' 2 years.
Yeah, I don't know what your guys' delays were. Waiting for that deal.
Well, you know what? I got the Mando one. So what? I'm gonna.
Yeah, the Mando one's cool. I got that one over there. He's hanging out over on the wall over there.
Bust up the brown paint. I don't know.
Watch it pop up back on Sideshow tomorrow.
It's very possible they could. The Jedi one's right there.
Yeah.
CC kicked me out, man. Like CC, yeah, you did, bro. He kicked me out, bro. I know he booted me out, man. I was on the road too, and he was like, "Yo, Mafia, can I just pull the strings, bro? Y'all just gonna kick me out, man?"
He picked up where you left off. He's in agreement with you. You guys are like one and the same.
Because it's CT, we both Cubans, bro. What you think?
Oh, I thought it was because you're both old.
That's who.
I'm just fucking with you guys.
Experience.
Hey, I'm not that far behind, man. I'm not that far behind.
Experience and smooth motherfuckers.
No, you guys are right. You guys are not wrong with that, man. No, I was only just saying in general, I get how a lot of collectors that have been coming in don't have any like OT, really. Yeah. I mean, other than what the last couple of years that we got, Snowspeeder Luke, Lando, that's been
look at. Don't do it unless you're ready to do it. I know everybody wants it, and I want it. I don't have it, okay? But now we're moving into artisan figures. So if they go ahead and they gave you everything you wanted now, and now they've got artisan, and they get really great at rooted hair, don't you want that rooted hair Ben Kenobi, that Obi-Wan from New Hope? Wouldn't you want that rooted? Yeah, of course you would.
Sure.
You know, so just everyone calm the hell down. 82 figures out there. There's plenty of stuff to buy. It's coming. They're absolutely gonna get this stuff out, and hopefully it'll all be rooted hair, and it'll be great, and it'll be leather instead of pleather. And
no, I'm with you, but I don't know if they're gonna do everything in that artisan sense either, right? Because and nor do I think collectors want that, you know, everything, right? Like, so if they do start doing like OT again, not everything's got to be an artisan, because that's just going to be an expensive fucking line, you know. Certain figures, sure, you know, of course. I'd love to get like a Princess Leia with rooted hair, you know, even if it's just, you know, classic New Hope, you know, with her buns. That wouldn't even be that hard to do. Just, you know, because ours are sculpted, you know, so it doesn't have to be like
I'm not buying it. You can sit there and you can tell me you want a Princess Leia and you want this stuff. What you want, a Princess Leia video game? That's what you want from New Wave Toys.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking
No,
about.
I don't.
Your Star Wars run is done. If it's not Empire Strikes
Wait,
Back.
man. Are you booted out? So you saying that you done? Are you done collecting Tool Mafia? Are you another one that's biting the dust?
No, gosh, no. I don't know what CT's talking about.
I gotta get my tap dancing shoes.
Oh shit, they're probably in the closet. No, I don't know.
Are you tapping out 2168?
Hell no. I mean, I don't have Star Wars like you guys, but
bro, Hector's the only motherfucker I know that has every goddamn DC figure.
There's a couple. Dylan's turned into
I'm not mad at him, bro, because like I said, I think DC needs their due, and that's the biggest problem is that they're not giving DC the service that they should have, bro.
I agree.
I love Star Wars, and I think
I love it, bro.
Just two
what you got there
on my shelf, just having these two on my shelf, I think is enough for me to really show how much I love, especially this movie.
Your commitment, I feel you.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, I could use a Han and a Chewie for sure.
Yeah.
But
And a Yoda first.
Yeah,
Yoda.
I don't see a Godzilla. I don't see a Godzilla.
I didn't want it.
How do you know Godzilla? God damn it!
You like Godzilla?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. What's up, P-Rock,
You need
man?
a Yoda at least, man.
True that too.
Yeah, what's up, fellas?
Nothing. What's good, man? How are you doing?
Not much. Just finished cooking dinner, so now I'm free.
Nice. Hey, let me ask you, man. Can I bring you up real quick? Because, dude, it's been what, like 6 months now that you've had that Godzilla bust. How are you? Is it still as amazing as it was the first day you got it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
More or less? Like, did it wane off a little bit? Is it an annoyance, or do you just absolutely still love it?
Oh no, I still love it. I still remember, like, every time I look at it, I still remember that first time I opened it when I saw it.
It looks amazing. It looks amazing.
Like, just seeing it laid on the ground, I was like, oh man, like, just I still remember that. So those two pieces, I'll probably say this and the Berserk are my two favorites.
Are your like two favorites?
Yeah, and the Berserk way over there.
Hell yeah.
Hey, P-Rock.
Yes, sir.
Do me a favor, bro. At least one time, bro. Just do it for me, man. Can you take off your shades, bro?
For like 2 seconds.
Yeah, bro. I ain't never seen your eyes
We'll do
before,
2
bro.
minutes.
He's gonna take off the shades, and it's another pair of shades.
Like an eye reveal.
I've never seen his eyes before.
They're
bro.
red, though. You see how red they are? God damn.
Why are they so red?
Because I just gave him
Why are they so red?
Because you know, my man.
Oh, that's fucking awesome, dude.
I got pink eye. I got pink eye.
Very tired.
Who farted on your pillow, bro?
Ah.
My 2-year-old son.
That was the screenshot heard around the world. Everyone was going screenshot.
Oh,
That's
you
gonna be
know
on
Iron
me.
King. Iron King and Bob Dylan have 8 of them right now. So.
Leo never asked for much, so he asked.
Bro, I've never seen your eyes. This is the first time I seen your eyes, bro. First time. For very first time I seen them, man.
I mean, you're rarely seeing white, but they're usually.
Yeah, I ain't never seen you
somewhat
before,
white.
bro.
So usually.
Casablanco. I may be very interested in that.
Call me.
Yeah, man. Let us know.
Queso Blanco.
He's in the Discord. You can come on in. I've never seen P-Rock's eyes.
Hell no, man. Never seen him. A lot of people haven't seen him, man.
It's a
So talk
rarity.
about it.
I thought we were all going to turn to stone. I didn't know if I should look.
No, see, I didn't look in the camera. I looked straight
That's
to the
fucking
light.
great, man.
If I looked in the camera, you might have turned stone.
Dude. All right, let me move on, guys. We're gonna bring this. Oh Jesus, that's funny. Dylan ran all the way back to the monitor just to see your eyes, bro.
Cabbage.
Everybody hadn't seen him, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody's seen them shits, bro. Like, it's the first time I actually saw him, so I appreciate that, bro. At least I know you ain't blind. Like, you.
Yeah, we all did get turned to stoned.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man. Let me speaking of things I don't collect,
What's up?
Gilgamesh dropped today, right? To this morning, right? Was it this morning? It was this morning.
Yeah.
I was not a big fan of the movie, but the figure looks really good. But I wanted to talk about you guys because I know some of you are, pretty big into the MCU, and I don't know your thoughts of, the movie and all that stuff. But if anybody wants to take this one,
I think it's a decent looking figure. I think basically as far as the sculpt, it didn't surprise me though lately because again, they are staying true to the form with the prototypes. So what you get from the prototype is what you're starting to get now with production photos, and that I commend them on, because it looks exactly like the prototype. Now with that, and it's a beautiful piece. I have Thena, but I didn't need this one in my collection. It's not one that I'll have. For the price, not something that I'll actually want to have in my collection, regardless of having Thena, because it just wasn't something that I needed. It would be basically considered a grail piece for a lot of people, because it's, once for a while, once it's out there for a while. But again, like I said, I mean, it just wasn't something that I needed particularly, but it is a beautiful figure. Just because I don't need it doesn't mean that the artistry on this piece isn't phenomenal, because I think it is. He's a big boy. It does look, as a companion piece, it would look beautiful next to Thena. But again, I already have plans for that figure, so I don't really need this one, so I'm good.
Yeah, I can see that. I think if nothing else, this would be a nice grab just for the head sculpt. I was talking with Bob Dylan about that as well. I mean, because he's been in a lot of movies, man. I could do a Train to Busan figure. Yeah. Whatever. Because he's not masked or anything. It's just the actor. So
yeah,
there's that going for it. But yeah, I'm not a huge. Apparently, a lot of people aren't. I don't know how well this is going to go. Maybe it sells big overseas. I don't know.
And here's the thing, bro. You talking to a person that really dug the film. Like, I dug the film.
Yeah,
there were certain aspects of the film that I could have done without, like, just their interpretation of certain figures. I mean, from certain characters, like the Deviants. I didn't like their take on the Deviants. But other than that, I enjoyed it. I thought some of the writing in that film, like just the jogging back and forth, was kind of like, I didn't have to hear who you are every other second, like your name. I know who you are by now, so I didn't really have to hear their name constantly. But again, I dug the film. And there's rumors that they're going to have another one. It's not going to be the same director. It's going to be a different director. But there's rumors that they'll have it again, and I'll probably go see that one. But yeah, for this, and it is. And here's the thing: is like, I mean, again, we're talking about the Eternals. It is a possibility that Gilgamesh could make an appearance back in the film again in the second one. But is again not something that I necessarily need. So yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm kind of in that same boat. I just still want to bring it up because it came out. I know there's people that are interested. Apparently 100% are not in the poll right now.
I only know one person getting this.
Who's that?
His name rhymes with Rob Snillen.
Here's the thing. Both the figures that they came out with, really, they're just. Hot Toys is just doing a credit for the actors. Mm-hmm. Because this really aren't the two figures you probably should have ran with, even if you were only going to go with a couple of figures, a couple of Eternals. Mm-hmm. I think Icarus and Cersei would have probably been. Yeah,
yeah, definitely, bro. We're talking
about the Druid,
yeah,
it would
Makari,
be, yeah. We were talking about this earlier in the Discord, and I was saying it would be like saying that, hey, they're going to give us Guardians of the Galaxy, but all you're going to get is Mantis and Drax, and that's going to be your representation for the Guardians. It would be like, well, they are cool figures, but do they represent the Guardians of the Galaxy? Do these two figures really? Are they the representatives of the Eternals? They're not. They just happen to be the better actors, the bigger names, and I think that's what we got here. But are we going to get more Eternals? I don't know, man. I don't think so.
Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt these two were it. That was it for that line, man. Unless they do another film and that's it for that line. And the only thing, like I said, I mean, I wanted Thena. I mean, I didn't really necessarily need this particular character right now. So yeah, it's a decent piece to have. But like you said, it was kind of crazy that when you have, Icarus and Cersei, who were definitely more, of the leads of the film, mainly even, Cersei, and you don't give us those figures. Those choices were just kind of funny. You know what I mean? Like, why that, because Gemma Chan is just as popular. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people like her as an actress. You know what I mean? And, the guy who played Robb Stark, I forget his name. He's a popular character as well. But again, it's I guess it was their choice of doing, just these two. But I mean, if they did more, it'd have probably been a bit more successful. But at the same time, like I said, the film wasn't received well, so I get it.
Yeah, I think so. Like, if this movie was like $1 billion box office hit, right? If this was a No Way Home or an Endgame or, Civil War, something like that, right? Then I could see them doing the majority of the team, right? But it always comes down to that, right? Money talks. As to why they did these two specific characters, I don't know, right? That's anybody's guess. Like you said, could have been better actors or well-known actors. I don't know. Could have just been something in contracts. Who knows? Maybe Howard just likes these two. I mean, we have no idea why it's these two versus, what one would argue that maybe some other ones are more popular, right? Or more representative of the Eternals in the MCU. I don't know. They look cool together. If there's anybody out there who's buying it, happy for you. We do well. Yeah, there was one person out of.
He is waitlisted, so I mean, at least he's not sitting.
Yeah, he's definitely not sitting.
He's gone.
Not sitting.
He's gone. So,
yeah,
congratulations if you got him, and hopefully he does become a Grail.
He looks sad, like as if his agent told him he was going to be in a Marvel movie, and then he found out it was the Eternals.
It just doesn't look too. Well, Hot Toys does that a lot. They got a lot of just kind of dead stare expressions.
It's what it is too.
The costume's nice. The color palette and the design.
Yeah,
nice, yeah.
But here's the thing: like when I look at like figures like this, the weight of how big the figure is. Limited is definitely going to be limited articulation with this piece. I mean, you can tell with the suit and everything, it's going to be slightly limited. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's going to be a little tough.
Yeah, a little tough to kind of pose. But I mean, I don't think that he didn't really do much in the film, but just punched the shit out of stuff. But other than that, you know what I mean? It just depends. But yeah, it's a beautiful figure, but just definitely not one for me for right now. But hey, I got to get out of here, man. I got a client waiting. I just wanted to kind of jump in here and say what's up to everybody and fuck around with CT and then see P-Rock's eyes and, check out 16 Shape. What's going on with you, brother? As always, man. And
yeah, bro, of course.
It's cool. Yeah, man. Just want to stop in and say what's up to everybody out in the chat. Say what's up to y'all. And yeah, man, I got to get out of here, man. But thanks for having me as always, man.
Always, bro. Always.
Keep the ball rolling.
Ask your client if he's getting Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh.
He's staring at me through like a chat, like he's looking at me right now. So yeah, but
nah, Gilgamesh, bro.
Yeah, he's probably like, what the hell? What y'all talking about? But yeah, man. But thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it, man.
Always, man. Always, dude. Always.
Later on, again, tomorrow, Say What Wednesday. It is the 4K giveaway, so we're giving away 3 figures. Tomorrow night.
That's tomorrow night, right? Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, that's definitely tomorrow night, man. Okay. So definitely, thanks for having me. I think we're also giving away, I think CT Snow Speeder. So yeah, just tune in tomorrow, man, and I'll give you directions on how you get that and how that's going to happen. He was gracious enough to say he'll send it to me, and we'll just keep the.
Look how generous CT is.
Plot twist, Leal's Jyn Erso is inside the snow speeder. So
well, fucking A, right there. No. Well, you guys definitely do tune in to Leal if you haven't. I'll put links in the description too if you guys are watching now or on the replay. I don't have anything in the bottom here, but subscribe.
Man.
Go check it out.
See y'all later, man.
So.
And P-Rock.
Hell yeah. All right, man. Dude, you have a good night, brother. We'll talk soon. That's awesome, man. That's great, dude. All right. I want to bring this up, man. I didn't get to. I don't think he messaged me back yet. So
Speederway CT? That's crazy.
No, he's not giving it away.
I know.
He's not giving it away. No, that's funny, man. All right. So maybe P-Rock you would know, but our friends over at Mondo. This went up again today, right? The Panthor from Masters of the Universe, right? Do you know? Because I don't remember. Is this a second version? Because they did that flocked one, right? But did that come out?
No.
I'm so
They never
confused.
really released the flock one. They they showed it. The flock one's still in the works, supposedly. The flock one's gonna come out probably a year from now. They said they're still doing research and development on it currently. But there is a flock one that's gonna come. But the flock one is not gonna come with the time edition accessory. So
Right,
so this
is our first. This was our first up,
Panthor.
right? Because I remember seeing both of them, right? But I think that was just the con. Was that San Diego or prior?
Yeah.
And that's in my head. I got confused. I was like, I don't know if these actually have gone up yet. This is the first time it's going up for pre-order today. And okay, so that's good to know. And the flock may be later, because you remember, I mean, I love Mondo and I love everybody over there, but I don't really collect masters.
Yeah, same here.
So I'm not super detailed into it, but it is. So it went up today.
Got 10 days.
10 days.
I was
so
intrigued with it because I have the Skeletor pre-order, so I was like, damn, this would be cool to Skeletor. The only thing is, man, like, this would make me
$500
Battle Cat even more. Like, I'm like, fuck, man, I need Battle Cat now.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not paying that price for Battle Cat right now.
No, Battle Cat's up there. But this looks fucking great. I always forget his name, so my apologies.
Look at that picture.
Photographer. Yeah, he's so good. He does like almost all their photos.
I forgot the last name.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome, dude. These are some great photos, man. But for everybody out there who's a fan, I know we've got a lot of them, out there, man. But yeah, he is $500, man. So he's a big boy though. He's a big boy. So
They did say they're gonna release like a regular version too.
Yeah. So because this is just the timed one right now, right?
Yep.
So
the regular one's not gonna have that helmet, and it'll only have that helmet right there, and then the head scope or the cat head scope without the helmet.
yeah, it's pretty badass though, man. It's really cool that Masters is getting a lot of love. There's a lot of people that grew up with this and really want this. Look at that, dude.
I hope Rock'emon Chris picked this up. He is currently on a ship.
Well, he
was like, worst timing ever.
Yeah, right. He's on
Navy?
vacation. He has 10 days.
Oh, he's on vacation.
He's on vacation right now. So
I know he's going for the flock one. I think he's getting 2, I thought.
Well, that's not.
he's
Supposedly
getting
the
this,
flock
too.
one's not coming to next year.
Right.
That one's gonna be more limited. Like it's gonna be a lower number.
Wow.
okay, probably then. Yeah. Well, excuse me, man. All right, Chewy, man. You have a good rest of your night, brother, man. I appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, no, this looks great though. This looks great. I needed to bring it up because just like I said, it popped today. 10 days for everybody. I don't know if McCready from The Thing, right? He's gone now, right? His 10 days is I think it was 10 as well, right? He's expired for the timed exclusive. He is up on Sideshow, but just the regular version. So yeah, and I know a lot of people kind of prefer that route because they're just comfortable with Sideshow. I get that. Not that they don't trust buying directly to the source, but your rewards, your payment plans, all that stuff.
So you can get a payment plan through Mondo. They have an option. Okay.
They do, but
I know I've heard a lot of people say, well, go to Sideshow because you can get on a payment plan. You will pay some interest with their payment plan.
With the PayPal paying for, you don't pay interest.
Okay. All right. Right. Not always, but so they do have some options over at Mondo. So if you need a payment plan, they do have a couple of options for you.
Yeah.
You just got to look within the payments, slow down.
And
I know people get excited.
With the figures is free shipping. And from what I know, the figures, not like the vinyls, but the figure wise, they're usually free shipping.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But and I also get that too. I just know some people either don't or can't do those financing options like the afterpays and stuff like that. And so I get that. I totally get that.
Yes.
But and so does Mondo, I think. So, at least you can still get the regular versions. I don't know how deep you need deluxes. Some would argue, go deluxe or go home. And a lot of times I agree with that. But when you're 200-300 figures in, sometimes a regular edition's fine. It's really not that bad. If you're not just dying for those specific accessories, You know, because some stuff you're just gonna put away, right? You're gonna put away in a box or whatever, and you know, so it's whatever you're comfortable with. Really,
I don't know. I feel like the thing pieces for McCready is very important to that.
They
kid.
are pretty cool, man. Well,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
specific,
Oh, man.
to it, right?
And
They
it's
got
only
it.
$35
Yeah.
difference. $35 you get those two creatures.
I agree. I mean, for
Right.
that, I agree. But some people might be like, well, I don't really want the creatures. I just want the figure. There's people out there like that. I mean, you know, so at least there's an
Get it?
option is all I'm saying. At least there's an option. But yeah, for $35 more, I would have definitely opted for obviously the deluxe with that one. Jay in the house. What's up, brother Cousins? My dude. What's up, bro? Hope you're doing well, man. If you want to pop on, man, let me know. Come say hi. You're
What's
more
up,
than
Jay?
welcome.
Yeah, I grabbed the Amu stream. I also grabbed that limited McReady. Hector also grabbed
ready. Did you say
McReady.
Big Mac,
McReady?
Mac ready, bro.
mac and cheesy ready.
Hell yeah. Oh, that sounds good right now.
Hey, with some hot
I got
pieces,
him.
bro.
I grabbed him. So this is going to be my second Mondo figure. The first one I got from my kid, which was Rick and Morty. And
Nice.
yeah, he's digging those. Those are in his room. So this will be my first one. I'm pretty excited to see how he's gonna look on the shelf with the other figures. You know, I know this is a little bit different for what Mondo does, and I'm excited. I think that friggin' aviator jacket looks cool.
From McCready. Yeah, we're still on fucking.
And I wish they gave us the hat. Keep saying that. I wish they gave us that hat he had. That's a little bit of a loss there, but
You know, in the
Real quick,
in,
with
the-
Hammer-
in their
I'm sorry, go ahead.
prototype where they were showing off, was it where were they showing that off in Toy Fair or whatever, or San Diego
Comic Con,
or
New
whatever?
York, and so it was San Diego Comic Con. They had the actual prototype.
Yeah,
up.
the prototype had the blue sweater or the blue hood thingy, but like you could see it underneath the thing, and now they released it. It's not there anymore. So I wonder what happened there.
Well, the jackets are removable, so unless they're gonna probably release another version of him, that could probably be a hint of another version, or maybe an accessory pack. Or
Maybe.
something.
Or they scrapped it altogether.
But real quick, what Hammer of God says right here. So, what Mono did mention is they said if you pre-order this within the first 2 days, there's a good chance you're wave 1. Wave 1 means you'll get this Panthor in 1 to 2 weeks. You know,
That's
and then
badass.
the next batch, which is wave 2, will be April of next year.
Oh wow!
Yep.
Holy
Wow.
crap!
So if you
Okay.
pre-order within the
Damn,
first
so
2
that's
days,
pretty big.
That's,
yeah.
there's a good chance you'll get within the first 2 weeks.
Huh?
After you pre-order, they said there's a good chance after you pre-order it within the first week, you should get a shipping notification.
Is this
Yeah.
for all their timed exclusive or just for this?
Just this one. They said they had a
Okay.
bunch of these done already. Like for some reason they had some like in the warehouse.
Yeah.
They have
Interesting.
a batch for wave 1.
It's pretty badass, man. So man, if you guys got in early, man, that's gonna be a nice perk, right? Nice bonus there. Like, oh shit, I'm gonna have this way before most people. So that's pretty badass, man. Yeah, it's really cool, man. I wish I enjoyed them as much as I do other IPs. You know, I mean, grew up, watching He-Man and stuff. It's cool, and I think everything they're doing on that line is awesome. But I mean, I love their. I'm more into X-Men, all right, the animated line and the Batman animated line. So for that, I'm like, all right, cool. I can't go down Masters too. There's just not with everything else. Not with everything else.
Next time they're on your show, dude, I'm gonna ask them if they're interested in doing Superman the animated series.
Oh, maybe
That might be an option,
they-
yeah. 'Cause
they-
they already had the Batman that's DC, Warner Brothers. They should
I
do
would
it.
love to have that.
That would be
Probably-
pretty
'cause I know
badass,
they definitely got the Spider-Man recently, so that's what they're working on now.
Yep. We're gonna have Spider-Man animated series. I don't see Batman not being or Superman not being an issue. I mean, if they're doing Batman the animated, I can see them doing some Superman. Just throw it in there, man. I'm sure their relationship with them is well, and they're well received for their Batman line. So I don't see why not. Hell, I think it'd be cool even if Mondo made the Batmobile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to.
Everyone's still on that.
Yeah, I'd actually.
No, I
be
wouldn't pick that up.
interested in that, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I would probably be.
It would be really cool, man. It would be really cool, dude. Can you imagine? I think they look pretty fucking sweet, dude. Because it would have that animated look to it, I mean, it would look like their figures, but a giant 6-scale vehicle. So, yeah, I think that'd be cool. And I totally get that what Hammer is saying as well, right? Just too much, too deep. You know, there's a lot there. But it's true, man. That's kind of where like
I'm gonna get a couple figures. I'm gonna do what I did with G.I. Joe, where I just want like Cobra Commander, Deathstroke. I love the way you say.
I got you. You know,
Commander.
Amanda.
A Skeletor. Like all the cartoons I grew up watching, I want a grouping of all the bad guys. Mumra, you know, if Mumra comes down the line, I would throw him in there. I would throw in Megatron. You know, I just want like a grouping of all the cartoon heavyweight bad guys that were around when I was a kid watching. And I'm not going to do the whole line. I'm not going to do the whole Joe line, but I do want to get a couple of those figures. They look awesome.
You mean the 3-0 ones?
Yeah, the 3-0.
Yeah. The
They look really good.
Destro looks. I hope they do Baroness, man. That's my chick right there, Baroness.
Oh, Baroness. See, that was the thing. You remember a couple years ago, right, when they first dropped Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. You know, 3-0. Sorry, because we're moving on other. So with 3-0, they dropped those, and I was like, okay, I'm interested, but I need to wait and see because that's just always how I am. Because I never know. I'm like, are you gonna like do a line or these one-off kind of things? And then they drop Firefly and then Roadblock. So I'm like, okay, there's 4. I'm still kind of, let's see what happens. And then Destro and Cobra Commander was a couple months ago. And I was like, okay, here we go. So now, you know, plus they did a variant, they did a variant of Snake Eyes. They did a variant of Storm Shadow. So I'm like, all right, cool. It seems like you guys are doing G.I. Joe now. So now I'm a little more into it, so I have Destro and Cobra Commander on pre-order, but I too am hoping that then we'll get a Baroness, and those 3 are kind of just what I would want. As much as I like Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, and in Firefly even's dope, but I'm like, those 3, I will pick those 3 and be like, that's cool. That's like my little Cobra Trinity right there, and just I would be good with that. I think Cobra. Dude, look,
no love for the Joes, man. No love for the Joes. Everyone just wants Cobra.
No, I got Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. I got both.
Yeah, but I think
2 variants of Storm Shadow
because they just put out Cobra Commander and Destro. I think like maybe next could be like Duke and Scarlet, because you're not going to just drop another Cobra, right? Three
Sergeant
in a row.
Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter. Fuck yeah, man.
No, fuck Sergeant Slaughter.
What?
What?
You beat up my boy Nemesis Enforcer, man. That's my boy.
Oh, come on now.
That was some BS right there. This is for the United States. This is for the US of A.
I thought you were still salty because he teamed up with the Iron Sheik.
I like the Iron Sheik.
That shit's awesome, dude. No, but that's all I'm saying. Like, I get that way too, man. That's kind of like really what the thumbnail of tonight was kind of about anyway. It's just like, do you collect everything? Can you collect everything? Right? Or do you just get, kind of what you want? Like to CT's point there, like, I just want a couple of villains of each of everything that you grew up with and call it. Or with Hector, you just have Luke and Vader. I'm trying to get a little sample of everything. I can't get it all, but, it's a marathon. You don't need to build this thing overnight. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming down the road and in the future and everything like that. So, I'm just trying to focus on the things that talk to me now, and, man, there's so much good stuff. This is one of the best years for collecting for 6 scale. There's just so much. It's the best of times. It's the worst of times, right? I mean, it's like,
we've been saying that for like the past 3-4 years now. It's like each year keeps getting like better and better, but more and more. And it's like, how can you sustain that? Do you have the real estate for all that stuff? So it's going to get to a point where like, you used to be able to collect everything, but now you're going to be like, well, fuck me. So where do I put this?
Well, listen, but I think honestly, and sometimes, we do kind of say stuff like that, but if you look at like 2020, 2021, 2022, right? Those 3 years, they were decent. There was some good ones in there, no doubt, right? But like this year, 2023, has just been like unprecedented. I mean, you have, from a vehicle standpoint, everything has come out. Everything, Ecto 1s
DeLoreans, all the Batmobiles, Star Wars stuff. I've said it a couple times. I don't know where I go here. Nice Batmobile, Hector. Yep.
Oh, I see those tires. I see those tires. Thanks.
Oh man, that's what P-Rock's is. Oh, that's all he's into.
That's all I want to see. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, that Cuban tire.
I'm not gonna.
That's all Picadillo, bro.
I'm not gonna duplicate what I did in 23 snow speeders, and I brought in a lot of vehicles, and
yeah,
I don't see 2024 going like that for CT at all. I might get a one off that I can't see coming. I'm interested in that X-Wing cockpit when that comes. I'm 100% in on that, Yost. Okay, 100%. You got my money. But my list for vehicles is I'm kind of done. Like I've got the 66 Tumbler and an 89 coming. So, I mean, I don't need every Batmobile. That's enough for me. And so where do you go from here? What vehicles do you think you're gonna sell me?
It's a tough one. It depends on your level. Like, are you a vehicle collector? I mean, you've got.
I thought I was
12-inch Moose Dream. You know, he knows, and we know. He's got 5 vehicles this year.
Yeah,
that's a lot, bro. I mean, congrats to that. That's a lot. Like,
you got a parking lot over there.
Yeah, man. Bro. Yeah. It's a tough one. It is a tough one, you know. But
I sacrificed a lot. There were a lot of lunches I didn't go out and have at work. There were a lot of little things that I did because I thought 2023 was, like I said, unprecedented. There are a lot out there, and I want to try to get as much of it as I can, and I did. And I can tell you, 2024 is just not going to be that way for me. It's not going to be. I got a lot of good stuff coming already on pre-order, but I've got to throttle back. One can only sacrifice for so long, you know.
Sure. Well, yeah. I mean, there's only so much, you know.
Yeah.
You can endure as an individual. If you're like, all right, you know what? All right, that's enough. I'm good, or whatever the case is, right? Because we all try to make, accommodations, or sacrifices for certain things, and this year has definitely been a big one because, as you mentioned, not everybody's into them, but dude, a lot of badass vehicles, right? A lot of not only that, but other big ticket items, right? Big ticket items, whether they were HasLab things or maybe there's a couple statues you dabble in. You're like, oh shit! I mean, I got an Age of Apocalypse. Well, I got the whole line, but notably the fucking Apocalypse statue itself. That's huge. I was like $1,100. Like, you didn't expect that. You're like, oh my God, okay, Or I got that Ripley statue. There goes another G. Things like that. The DeLorean, $800-900, right? Another Batmobile, another $1,000 or $1,500, whatever. You know what I mean? That starts to really, you're like, oh shit, or I got a snow speeder. Well, fuck, I got the Batwing, $2,500. These are all real big tickets that don't happen that often. We do get vehicles here and there, of course, but this year's just been like, the fucking Ecto 1. I mean, like, again, like, oh my, geez, bro.
I don't know how some people do it, because as a DC guy, my figures were spread out. The pre-orders weren't raining on me. Like, then this flash line comes out and it's like, bah, bah, bah. And then you got the third party DC shit going, bah, bah, bah. And I'm just like, yay. And then I go, wait. And like, I'm just like, how do people do this? Because I feel a little bit overwhelmed now. And it's too much. It's too much.
It's a lot, bro. Hot Toys Nightmare, dude, fucking excellent point, right? Says when I started collecting in 2015, I went after everything Hot Toys. I eventually realized that I have to limit what I collect because it's too much. I have to set ground rules, man. And I think that's the most sound advice for anybody out there as a collector. Short term, long term, just getting into it doesn't matter. Veteran, not rookie, whatever. You gotta have your own ground rules, man. Because I mean, we've all been there. Because everything looks cool. Everything looks badass. You're like, oh, I maybe want this or maybe I want that. And I know at least, with Nightmare's case, dude's really got a lot of badass Star Wars, and that's cool. Like, you have a basis there. You might really like some, I don't know, MCU or something, but you tell yourself, okay, well, I'm not going down that. I can still love the IP, but I don't have to buy the IP, right? Or like I'm sure all of us love Batman in some iteration out there. I mean, there's probably some people out there that just don't like Batman, but for the most part, right? Everybody can probably safely say, hey, you know what? I like Batman, or I like this version or whatever. Do you need to go out and spend, $1,000 or $2,000 on a vehicle though? Well, it just depends. Depends on how much you love that, or is that the direction you're going? I mean, Hector, yours mostly DC. I mean, you have other stuff, but your bulk is DC. Bulk. Yeah. So the bulk for you're like, oh hell yeah, I need that fucking Batmobile, because that's your thing. That's where you're focusing, right? That's the ground rules that you're setting. So
yeah, it's
just hard when there's so much cool shit, because I think we all want everything, but you just
gotta set your priorities, man.
You do.
Put the things you love first.
Nah, say whatever the fuck you want, man.
No, I know. I don't know why. I don't know why fuck was going to come out of my word, but put the things you love first. Everything else can take a back seat. And to if you need a break, like if you're overwhelmed, it is totally okay to stop for a while and just enjoy what you got, or just catch up on your pre-orders. Just collect away, man, but don't make this such a stressful thing. It's supposed to be something you love.
Oh, it should be fun, dude.
Yeah, it should be fun, and just it's okay to chill out. Everything that drops, don't be like, oh my god, I gotta get this. How am I gonna get this? It's like you'll eventually get it, because these things, they're not as how they were back in the day, where it was like value and everything like that. All this shit will be on BSTs, cheaper down the road, because someone's eventually gonna be like, you know what, I think I'm out, and sell their stuff. So
happens all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it happens all the time, dude. My chat got all screwy here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to look through, and there we go. I don't know why my chat's getting all borked here. It like goes up and backwards, and then I'm like scrolling through old ass chats, so my apologies. But
Hector Justin's asking, should I cancel the flash line?
Who's asking?
Justin wants to know. Justin Bird.
I'm trying to find.
I mean, it depends. Do you love the movie?
Answer that, bro.
Yeah, like, do you love the movie? Can you sustain it? Like, I have the whole line on pre-order. I might not get that Dark Flash because it looks awful, but it just depends on how much you want it, how much you love it. If you can do it, go for it. Fuck it. But if you feel that you're overwhelmed, just keep the one berry. Definitely keep the Keaton, because that's the special one in that line. You're never going to see an old man Keaton ever again. So, just pick and choose, cherry pick. Choose the ones you really want, and if you want to let go of the other ones that you can get down the road, which, dude, as a DC collector, these fucking things are always on BST, and they're always on eBay cheap and shit. So don't worry about it.
No, that's true. Like, if you can swing it and you want to get them all, if you can swing it. But if you're feeling that pressure, yeah, just get what you want. Like, out of it. Not obviously we want everything. So, but out of that movie, get the one that you really want, right? If you really want Flash, you get Flash, right? Yeah. And like you said, get that Batman, that Keaton, because that's cool. And if you're like, okay, I'm cool with that, maybe save some money, then down the road I can pick up, Supergirl, and whatever else, on BTs or whatever, a little bit cheaper. You don't have to.
Yeah. Should I cancel the Flash line? No.
That's why we're two different between. I'm like, here's the sensible thing.
You'll
like,
get it down the line. You might not. You might not. So if you want it, get it. Here's your chance. You got it. Go for it. I don't gamble like that. I put my pre-order down on figures I absolutely want. There's no second guessing, and I follow. So if that's probably a discipline you're gonna have to learn. That that's a muscle you're gonna have to exercise, and just say no, and only put a pre-order down on stuff that you're absolutely serious about. Give it at least 24, 48 hours.
Yeah.
When that stuff comes out. Nothing's gonna just disappear over 48 hours. But what will change is how you feel. right? When they release stuff, you know, these guys get online, they get everybody all fired up, you know, and you want to go ahead and
I don't know, I'm not firing you up, bro.
come on, man. You know,
I get your point, though.
Yeah, I mean, we all get fired up in the Discord too, and you know, that gets you to want to buy figures. So just give it 24, 48 hours, let that stuff, you know, those feelings subside, and then think about it then, you know, do I want to put my money down on it? But
well, and I would even say sometimes
Flashline,
if you
no, I love that movie. I think that movie, it's very underrated. I think the shade that Ezra threw on that movie, I think history will treat this movie very well, and these figures are awesome. I've got them all coming. I'm very excited. The only thing I haven't got is that Bat Cycle in the Batman, and this goddamn speeder bike was going to keep me from getting that. So I'm kind of glad that this Return of the Jedi speeder bike got by me. I'm going to find it. I could go on Pop Culture right now and goddamn go get a speeder bike. I guarantee you. It's not a problem. There's plenty of them out there.
Do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Do it now.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Order
do
it
I'm
right
gonna
now.
do it.
I will
You
agree
do
with
it.
that.
You do it.
I don't want that.
I'll agree with that, but I will also say, because you guys know who watch my channel, is that there's always hype, and I don't necessarily mean that from YouTube or Facebook or anything like that. Of course, there's some obviously there too. But what I mean is just the general hype. Like, remember a year and a half ago or whatever, the 2022 Batman movie hit the theater, and people went to go watch the movie. A lot of people liked the film, and then Hot Toys is like, boom, here's a fucking Batman, and everybody's like, oh hell yeah, because they're riding that, they're kind of riding that hype, right? They got out of the movie, they're like, oh, I quite enjoyed that movie, that was awesome, and now there's a figure. So hell yeah, I want to get it. And I said, you know, I just using this one as an example because I remember, but I was like, well, let's see what happens in a year and a half when the figure starts coming out. Are people still gonna have that same energy, right? Because it's fun in the beginning, right? You're like, oh look, cool, I love this movie, this figure just came out, great, you know, kind of riding a little bit of a high. Year and a half comes out, you know, later, you're like, yeah, movie's cool, but is it shelf worthy? Like, do I need to buy this now? You know what I'm saying? That happens a lot because you get excited. We all get excited because we collect, so we always want to see new things, right? I mean, not every day someone's like, man, what are they gonna drop tonight? Hope Hot Toys drop something tonight, right? Everybody's like, because you want to see like something new, and you may get excited for it, and then that lull hits where you're like, oh, we gotta wait like a year and a half, and
Sometimes
your
it
mind
just takes
change.
Yeah, sometimes it takes also, for example, the Batman. Perfect example.
Mhm.
I was kind of like, do I even want this anymore? Do I still like this movie? I popped in the 4K and I watched it. And I go, fuck yeah. I'm so pumped. I'm ready for this. So yeah, because it would suck like if you're just like, fuck it, I'll cancel it, and then like you pop the movie in or something like that, or watch the show and you're like, fuck. So if you feel like it, watch the product again. If you still feel iffy on it, then yeah, I guess you don't really need it.
Well, you know, and some of that's hard too, right? Because like, you know, Mario, I was talking to, well, we talk all the time, right? But there was one point where he was like revisiting some stuff, and he had sold some of his MCU, and then he started watching some of the movies again, and he was like, man, I wish you know, and things like that can kind of happen, right? Yeah. Like I had recently done that, not to the same extent, right? But I had rewatched Iron Man again, and you know, the original, the first one or whatever, and you know, I just realized like how much I love that fucking movie, you know. So, you know, with that Mark III coming, you know, I was like, damn, dude, I would like that Iron Man. But then you got to tell yourself like, that's it, you know, or whatever. Like, you're not collecting an entire universe of movies, right? It's just that was the first, that one set it off. But that's what I'm saying. Things like that could happen. You could revisit a film all of a sudden that you haven't watched in a while, and you're like, man, this is why I fucking love this shit. And then you're like, what? And you can get roped in again. You can get roped right back in and be like, well, I'm gonna buy this because I really like this. And it's tough. It's tough, man. You gotta be careful.
I was with you, man. Because that first Iron Man is that first phase of MCU. I will always love it above all the other phases and shit. And now the fact that came out, I have an opportunity to get it. I was like, oh yeah. Oh no, I can't because I have all the shit that I love more coming for me. And then you get a waitlist conversion. You're like, oh, what do I do? I had to let it go, man. So, but dude, if I don't have an Iron Man, if I had the opportunity to grab that, I probably would.
He's the OG one. I mean, really. I mean, to me, that's the way.
Why is P-Rock shaking his head?
I have no desire for any Iron Man in my collection. I don't know how you guys could do it.
Neither do I. I don't want the whole armory,
How
but
can
like
you
I would
do
love
it?
the representation of the one movie that really kicked off.
Do you just not like Tony Stark? You just don't like Iron Man?
I never
People
liked Iron Man comics.
Is that what it is?
movies,
So the
I just
character
never
Iron
liked-
Man,
yeah,
you're like,
just the
whatever.
character. I
He
never
likes
liked
Iron Beer.
Iron.
Okay. Well, no, look. That's totally fair, man. That's totally fair.
But I mean, it does look cool, but it's just so many Iron Man figures that Hot Toys does. Like, if you're a Hot Iron Man fan, I feel sorry for you because like that's a big dent in your wallet.
Well, you don't need to buy all 96 Iron Man.
There's people out there who need to.
There are some who do,
I know.
but you don't need to.
I know you don't.
You know.
Because to me they all look the same. The only difference is when they change the color. That's it.
I can get that. I can get behind that. I mean, a lot of people can look at Iron Man and be like, "Oh, he looks all the same." I mean, there's differences, but not enough for a lot of people that would warrant buying multiple Iron Mans.
But like the thing is, I heard both of you guys say you like the first movie. How come you guys not mentioning the Mark One? That's a cool piece.
So the Mark
I
One is
consider that
cool.
one. I consider that one.
I like the Mark One, but the Mark One is a very temporary in my like. It's that, you know, if you're going for MCU, right? I like it because it pays homage to the original, you know, outfit. You know, even though the story's a little bit different, but it's not really Iron Man in the sense that, you know, it was a means to survive, and then he got home and he's like, you know what? Okay, I could build something, right? And you know, the Mark II was all silver or whatever, and then he finished that Mark III, and he puts that shit on, and I remember watching that in the theater, bro. And I'm telling you, man, when all that's fucking just hooking up, and it's all suiting up on him, and he gets to, I mean, I'm like, dude, that's fucking Iron Man,
So the
right
figure
there.
one
Like,
that has the gantry, which Mark is that one?
6.
All right. If I
Correct me
were
if
to
I'm
buy
wrong, I
Iron
think
Man,
it's
I would buy
6.
the Mark One and then the one with the gantry, because like that'd be like my form of like evolution from the first Iron Man to like what he's at now.
And that's what throws me off. It's like it kind of goes in order, and then it just
Yeah,
jumps
that's
40 numbers.
I
And
know.
I'm
that
like,
I feel
what
like
happened to the
Mark
other
III, like, what the
39?
hell? I'm
Well,
like,
I think a lot-
where's Mark
a-
30?
a lot
That's why. Is there 40 figures that released? Is there 40 marks that actually
You
released?
know, but a lot of that's like House Party Protocol stuff too.
I don't even know what that is. See, when people say house party, was that?
Well, like at the end of Iron Man
House
3,
Party,
he
Kid and
launched,
Play,
like,
bro.
all those.
Yes, that's what I think of the Kid and Play.
Kid and Play, hell yeah. No, you know, there are jumps in it. There are jumps, of course. I mean, and some people will just be like, you know what? I just want the first 7, because they could just do like a Hall of Armor and just do Mark 1 through 7 and be like, cool.
So out
You
of
know.
the 40 though, how many have actually been released figure form like from Hot Toys?
Well, I don't know every
30
single
or-
one, but dude, they're up to like
Anybody
90, I
know?
think.
Where's Hot Toys Nightmare? He knows.
He might know. There's about 90 fucking Iron Mans. Granted, some of them are dupes, right? Because some of the earlier ones were plastic. Then they came out in die cast, and then a couple of those have been 2.0'd. So, but I would, you know, look, if you like Iron Man, dude, you just do the 7. The first 7, I think, would look really cool. If you were trying to make like an armory, you know, of sorts. But I digress. I just think Iron Man 1 was really cool in the theater, and it kicked off, you know, arguably a pretty good 10-year fucking thing. I don't like where MCU is now, but that doesn't take away from that first, you know, block of, you know, everything up to Endgame. There was a lot of awesome shit, and
Changed cinema. It changed cinema.
totally.
I miss when the movies, like you watch one, you watch the next one. It's like it felt like at least the after credit scenes were like a continuation from the next movie.
Well, it got you excited for what's to come. I mean, you wanted to be into it. Now, not so much, at least for me. But I loved it. I love that first Iron Man, and that's what I mean. You know, stuff like that where you're like, oh, listen, I really dig that. That would probably just be the Iron Man that I would have, you know, and not have I don't need to be like, oh, look, I just dipped my toes in the MCU, therefore I must have everything. Or, you know, a lot of people will get that in their head and be like, well, fuck. Or you'll try to justify it in your head and be like, well, shit, at least like just get the Avengers, right? Like 6 or 7 or so, and then be like, I think that's it. But then like you may be like, well, maybe I want a Thanos. And then you're like, well, I liked Guardians, so maybe I'll get some Guardians. And then, you know, you're like, oh shit. And if that's your thing, that's your thing. Like if that's your lane, but it's you gotta have discipline, man. You gotta have some discipline, dude. So
disappointing.
You lack discipline. Yeah, man. So I don't know, but yeah,
that's why I stay with them. I know if I grab one, it's gonna make me want to grab more. I'm like, nope.
Well, you can do it. I mean, you can have the discipline. It's just it's a little tough, man. It is a little tough.
But also, it will look kind of
Spider-Man figures.
Depending on your collection, if you just get like a one-off, it will look really weird. I had the classic suit Spider-Man before I gave it to my brother. It looked fucking weird. Like he didn't fit anywhere. It's just like.
You have any other Spider-Man figures? Just that was the only.
No. That was just the only one because that's the one to get.
Yeah, well, now see, if you had
weird.
multiple Spider-Mans, it's dope because then you do have this Spider-Verse of, well, I guess it's just Spider-Verse now, so it's kind of cool.
But
you know,
you got to be patient. I mean, you're gonna expand out your IP at some point. You're gonna add some kind of figure that's gonna be out there, and you know, you just gotta be patient. Add to it, build more to it. It doesn't have to happen overnight. You don't have to have that
Spider-Man as my Spider-Verse. As my Spider-Man version of the Spider-Verse.
You don't need much. I mean, it's whatever you want. I mean, I have classic suit Spider-Man and that's it. But I also had like 15 Spider-Mans at one point. I had so many Spider-Mans. You guys remember, those who've been around. I was just like, okay, it's cool. It's really cool. I fucking love Spider-Man, but it's like I don't need all of those Spider-Mans, you know. So, oh yeah, the Arnie shelf behind Hector.
And that is all you ever need.
What's in the top shelf? The smaller figures. What are those?
Oh, that's a placeholder for the '89 Jazz Inc. Batmobile, but those are the like animated series Batman, Superman, and Lois Lane, like the Expressions pack.
What company? I'm saying what company?
Oh, it's DC. It was DC Direct, whatever did it back in the day.
Okay, that'll look cool though, man. When you get that Batmobile up there.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
That look freaking awesome, dude. Hey, listen, Neon Tech's cool, man. There's people out there that really enjoy those.
Yeah, man.
Not so much for me, but they're pretty badass. They are really cool, man. That makes sense too, when, man, if I'm being honest, for me, it's more about other things I want to add. So if I found an unbeatable deal on an Iron Man, I would bite. Well, yeah, I mean, there's always something to be said when you get something at a deal. All of a sudden, it becomes desirable, you know? Especially Iron Man's, because they're $450 usually, you know. It's a lot.
You can get some good deals, especially overseas. I mean, those Iron Men are kind of coming down, you know. So shop around if you really want to build them. But I'm similar. I'm just doing the Mark III. I've got right there, Mech Test, and Mark III coming, and I've got the Mark III under construction. That one hanging from the chains. That's a nice piece. Yeah, that's actually a very nice piece. It lights up really well.
Is it visible there? I think so. It's right there, isn't it? Or
it's literally, you can't. He's right behind Spider-Man. You can almost see him there with his gold head shining.
That's cool, man.
Right there.
Now, did you get him on a deal, or did you just get him because you wanted him?
I did. I forget what deal I got him on. He's always going on a deal, and I said, I'm getting the Mark III. Why not get this one? And I got Mech Test Tony.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, why not have him in the back like he's working on it? And that's it. And that's all I need for the same reasons that you mentioned. For me, it's just that was the movie that launched MCU. And I always like the tech. I like Batman and his tech. I always like cyborgs and robots and stuff like that. So Iron Man obviously fits that. I don't need 40 goddamn Iron Men. I can't do that. I've got 40 goddamn clones. So
yes, you do.
I get the sickness. I get it. I get the sickness. I'm not throwing stones at Iron Man or Spider-Man collectors. I get the sickness. I get it. So I do just want a little taste, and I got it right there, and that's good for me. That's all I need. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, I mean, I have, I don't have Quill right now, and that's a perfect example because you guys know I've been wanting Quill since he was announced.
Someone said in the chat too, you know, Iron Man Hot Toys is like one of the best engineered.
No, they are. They absolutely are. If
toys
you
out there,
want to go down that road, I mean, they're expensive, but they definitely are.
Don't forget 3-0 though. 3-0's diecast figures, like their Transformers, those are awesome.
Yeah, they're pretty badass.
Now they got these damn Transformers transforming. They're straight up.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why I always say, like, don't forget, like, those are diecast also, and they're like half the price of a Iron Man. Most of the time.
No, they're badass, dude.
That's a fat cat. God dang.
That is fucking cat
thin,
Saurus.
Is it furry or like fat? What is that?
Damn, P-Rock straight up fat shaming your fucking cat, bro.
That's Heathcliff right there. You got Heathcliff right there.
Bro, it's all fur, dog.
Zilla.
You shave this thing, it's like it looks like
That's
a little
funny, bro.
Opinion, bro.
That's a big cat though. It is a big cat though.
It's pretty awesome, dude. And you made me lose my train of thought, fellas. I was
So what happens when pussy gets on the screen?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Quill was my point. He had came out. I still don't have him, but I'm gonna get him. But he's like one of those that I was like waiting for a deal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it is Battle Cat.
Things that you may want.
Like the speeder bike. I was waiting for that deal, man. And
I know. I'm only saying that because, but there's a point to this. So I just have Mando, and then IG-11, and then Quill, and I feel like that's kind of like what Hector was saying, like with his Luke and Vader. Like, to me, that's all I need. That kind of shows like kind of that first episode, that beginning of Mando.
Yeah.
And that's cool for me on my, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me as a rep, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm good with that, you know? And then Boba Fett, you know, I have that, you know, the throne and the 2-pack and Fennec and then my Bantha. But you know what I mean? I'm like, cool.
Yes.
That has that's all I need right there. I look at that and I go, oh, I know what that is. I don't need everything that comes with it. And I think, you know, others look good. Cad Bane looks great. Cobb Vanth, that's tough. I like Timothy Oliphant, you know, so I don't know, but you know what I mean? That doing things like that where you just get like a couple, 2 or 3 figures per, like an IP that works for you. If you like Marvel, right, you could probably just do, you know, Cap, Iron Man, and Thor and be like,
I'm doing the same thing with the Predator. So I just pulled the trigger on that Feral Predator. Love that figure, man. I'm not going to go out and get all these predators like Dockinator. You know, I'm happy with that one Predator. I may pick up maybe like one other, but that's all I need. I don't need 100 Iron Man. Clone Wars is my jam, and
right, that's your main. That's
Stormtroopers, and that's going to take up majority of my space. But I do want some representation of some other things out there, and yeah, man, I think those Predator figures are just as impressive as any of the Iron Men that they've put out. You know, you want to call it engineering or not? I mean, that is crazy figure. They're really cool. So yeah, happy to expand the collection in different directions.
I'm with you. I have, you know, my classic Predator. I know shock. People are like, oh my god, I got rid of my Samurai because I was like, well, I like him, but he doesn't really fit anywhere. And I've had him forever. And I was like, well, he'll go to a home. You know,
that's why I'm holding off on getting the Prey Predator, because I had the classic, but the classic is more of an extension to the Dutch figures that I have.
Yep. Sure.
So I feel like if I put the Prey in there with him, it's gonna just throw it off. So I'm waiting on it. Do I want it? Yeah, but do I really want it?
Do I buy it?
If it
fits, to me.
Well, I think, you know, he can. The Feral Predator can fit elsewhere. You know, that's kind of how I'm looking at it, because, you know, for me, I have, you know, obviously everything Star Trek, and then a ton of Star Wars. Those are the bulk like IPs, right? And then all my other collections are, you know, kind of broken down by decades of sorts, right? I've got a huge 80s shelf, got a huge 90s shelf, Really, it's like a few 80s shelves, but I got them crammed all into fucking one. But my point is then you got like a 2000s sort of shelf and up or whatever. That's where you kind of put in your feral predator, with a John Wick and something a little more modern, if that's the way you go. Some people don't like doing that. I kind of like breaking them down by decades because I feel like it's this movie experience, that I've experienced my whole, like all the stuff you love, like from as far back as you can remember. You don't need a whole, thing. I mean, for quite a while, my 90s shelf, I just had Qui-Gon and Darth Maul on the 90s shelf. I thought that was cool because I'm like, yeah, that's cool. It's Phantom Menace. That was that era. It's all right here in this 90s decade. I like stuff like that. Some people don't, but for me, it works. So if you find things like that where you're like, well, I don't know,
don't beat yourself up too much. I mean, there's some people who buy stuff and they just stick it in a storage locker.
Well, that can happen. that can happen.
Yeah, no, it does happen. But hey, man, they're collecting too. I get that too. I'm having fun with someone out there. So if you're in that situation and you're that person who's buying stuff and putting it in a storage locker, it saddens my heart for collectors to go through that because you should be able to open your shit and enjoy it and stuff. But sometimes you're in a place and a time in your life where maybe you're moving between apartments, maybe your situation has changed and you had to put your collection away. Maybe you had to suspend collecting because your job's got you traveling. Maybe you're out of work. I don't know what it is, but I've been collecting a long time. And I know I've had to suspend my collecting and I've had my stuff in a storage unit too. So, just as soon as you can work that stuff out and get it out there and display it, you will. We all, dream of building that man town, that man cave, and I know it's more diverse. We've got women collectors out there too, but having your space to go ahead and lay your stuff out is ultimately the goal that you're going for. And your situation's always going to change from apartment to house to now you have a family and it's no longer about your collection. It's about your kids, so I had to do that for a number of years raising my kid. It became about his collecting and his figures and everything. And I lived vicariously through him for a little bit there. And then now I'm back. He's a teenager. He'll be graduating soon, this year, hopefully. And now I can get back to collecting and me, so, it's a long journey. So try to hold on to those pieces that you really care about. Don't be afraid to let things go for whatever reason.
No, there's nothing wrong with that, dude.
Yeah.
God knows I've left.
Have fun. Enjoy
a lot of shit. Either I just didn't pick it up or a bunch of shit I ended up, having for years or whatever, just getting rid of. I mean, you do whatever, fits your life, right? Like you said, you could move, you can get, involved, you can have kids, whatever. Your situations change. You just collect how you want to collect, man.
Or you just flat out just be like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. And that's a perfectly valid reason. Why would you want to keep collecting if you don't want to do it?
Oh, well, never do something you don't want to do. Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, unless you had to.
I don't know where we're going with that. I don't want to even hear that, man. Yeah. What the hell are you talking about, man?
Put that
I feel like dancing. I feel like
I don't advise that at all. This is how I feel.
I'm just reading the room, man. Whatever happens to say, I'm kind of like, yeah, man. No, but of course, people are always going to collect, right? Unless they decide they don't want to. But I don't know what the point was to that, other than you just get what you want. Doesn't matter what the fuck, You change your mind, CT, whatever.
Yeah, well,
it happens. You might be like, I'm tired of Star Wars. It could happen someday.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe not to you, but to some, right? It could happen.
Let's go. I have a 28K.
Jesus Christ.
Damn, bro, that's killer, dude.
Storage right now, and it's killing me, man. You'll get it out there. You'll have a place, and you will. It'll be better than ever because when you finally break it out, you will you will know, and you will have a space ready for it. So take your time. The thing is keeping it and trying to hold on to it, not break down and sell it and piece it out. That's the hardest thing to do as a collector, man. And I know sometimes you got to do it, but actually I don't know. I don't do that. I have never done that. I'll do whatever the hell. I'll eat ramen noodles for a goddamn month to keep my shit, and that's it. But I'm obsessive. What can I tell you?
I want to see. There's no way we can see like all your other clone stuff. Is there? Is it a pain in the ass? I'm not talking about the Hot Toys.
Yeah, it is. It's way back there. You wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah, we got to do that sometime.
Maybe I could go ahead and.
I don't know. I don't know if that camera works.
It's not this. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. Ready?
You think you can do this? If not, it's very big deal.
I'm not good with technology.
Well, if not, it's all right.
Let's see if we can do this.
Okay.
All right. So.
Is it possible? Maybe.
Oh yeah, you all haven't seen this.
Dude, you've been collecting all sorts, dude. This shit's crazy.
Yeah, I've got Detolfs over here, obviously, but down here I've got my 3 3/4. These are my sons, actually. So we've done a little diorama here with the clones. You might not be able to see them back in here, but they're climbing up the wall. They've got the walker and the cannons and the gunship. On the back, these are over here. These are the boxes I couldn't bring myself to toss out just quite yet. So I don't know what I'm going to do with those. I might figure out a way to display these somehow, some way, but probably going to burn them as well.
Yeah.
And then I have a whole row behind them. You can't see, but all the Delta fighters. And this is the Jedi fighter that I think Yost should have built. Okay. This is the one that was used throughout the Clone Wars. This is what all the Clone Wars collectors know. And what you can't see is there's about 6 of them behind there, and they all have their own individual paint schemes for the specific Jedi. So I could have seen him selling these and then people getting them all custom painted for all the different Jedis that they wanted. But I don't know. He wanted to go with that other one. But
that other route, yeah.
That's the one he should have went with.
Dude, that's fucking dope, though. I like how you have all those clones climbing and shit. And I remember you had your other ones. Like, I think they were all on a table, though. But
they're all way in the back, and I've got them all set up. I'm about to put them away, actually. So let me see if I can.
Oh, shit. Are you? Well, you need to, like, film that or something. We got to show that out, man, because that's
don't
really
throw them in the fireplace, whatever you do.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Backtrack real quick though, because Nightmare said I don't know the exact number, but Hot Toys has at least 170 plus things related to Iron Man, all throughout every line they have.
I can get this back.
Yeah, they love it. They love the fucking Iron Mans. That is for sure, bro. I knew there was a lot. I knew there was a ton. So yeah, it's super cool though, guys. That's what it comes down to, man. Get whatever you want, man. Because I mean, a lot of us we collect more than 6 scale as well, right? So it's like it's even.
I got boxes of what was stacked behind those Hot Toys boxes are all my comics. So I mean, I've pretty much every X-Men. I told you, except for X-Men #1 and giant size X-Men 1, which I had to get rid of them because of the divorce. Anyway. Got to sacrifice, but I've got every other X-Men, all the way through. I've got it all. So big X-Men collection too, and very excited to see what Marvel does with the X-Men. So hopefully they'll take their time and do it right. There's no rush.
Yeah, take their time. That's what I'm saying. Take their time, and even with like regular stuff. I mean, like what Eric's saying, right? Commander Wolf, Bly, Clone Legions, like all this is coming eventually. It's just a matter of patience. If that's your lane and that's what you want, you just wait for it. It'll likely happen. They're going deep with these clones too, bro. I mean, you got all of it.
Yeah, and they're gonna do it for. we're probably going to see a lot more of it now, because after Ahsoka, like I said, they don't have another movie or something ready to go. It's going to be a while before we see something else and they start offering us another line of figures. So what are they going to do in between? I think we're going to get Clone Wars, and I think we'll get some Return of the Jedi and some of this other stuff that people are worried that, they missed out on the 40th anniversary. But, it's coming.
Well, there's a pool there. There's a pool for nostalgia. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Clone Wars has that pool. There is a nostalgia there. It's old now, right? It's 20th anniversary. It's 2 decades. I mean, we've got people who are growing up. Maybe they were 5 years old, 6, 7, 8 years old when that show started, and now they're 28 or 29, and they could be like, I grew up watching that, like kind of akin to like what we did, with like the OT or, other stuff, X-Men 92, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Batman the Animated, like so there is a pull there. It never pulled me, but again, that's because I just had a different, I didn't grow up with it. But I recognize how popular that show is. It's hugely popular. It's like the next generation of Star Wars fans. So when they look to nostalgia, they don't look to OT because that was way before their time, right? Whereas, Clone Wars, that's it. That's the grown up. That's where you grew up into. So I get how popular that is for a lot of people, or people, like you, who are like, oh, I watched it and I really like it, so I'm in, just because I just really love Star Wars, right? So there's that going too. And I think, with whatever you want to say about modern television or modern cinema, I don't think it's having that pull for people, and I don't know if it's because it's just not that good, or it just doesn't have a nostalgia factor, and some people chase that more than they do new IPs, if that makes sense. So there's a combination of things there that I've noticed where people gravitate more towards stuff that they enjoyed when they were younger versus some of the new. I mean, case in point, like Prey is really cool, great movie. How many people are excited for it, right? A good amount, but not like they would be like chasing maybe it's Predator for some.
How it's hard to fill your shelf with all new stuff, right? It is obviously easier to pick when it's gone through the test of time and it still calls to you, and that's the nostalgia that you're talking about. So I worry about that a little bit when I'm building my collection, specifically with say like the Mandalorian line and the Ahsoka line. I feel like I may be adding some figures that, obviously will not hold up, over the test of time and won't pull on you. And when I mean hold up, I mean pull on that nostalgia 10 years from now. I might look at that figure and go, he's taking up space. He's got to go. I can move this over, and he really isn't calling to me anymore. And maybe Marrok might be one of those figures, but right now he's cool. He looks badass to me, and I'm going to go ahead and add him. But yeah, I'm not afraid to go ahead and move a figure over or change things up and rearrange things and tuck things away, and
of course,
and bring things out later, put it away, and maybe bring it out later. I mean,
No, I'm with you because that's inevitably that's what ends up happening is you end up having a space concern. If not a financial concern, the space is a big factor. So you could be like, hey, you have your thing where you're like, all right, listen, I love. It's kind of like what Nightmare was saying, right? It's like I know where my lane is. You know what I'm saying? So maybe taking a smoke break. I don't know. No, I don't know. But hopefully not, because we're gonna wrap in a minute anyway. But so. I get, having that lane because I have that too, right? We all should anyway, I think. Well, I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to collect, but I feel like it's important to kind of have that focus. So what you're saying is that, oh, Marrok's cool, but I feel like Clone Wars and OT is really your draw. Like that's really that lane right there. And then even though these figures are cool, eventually you're going to be like, fuck, dude, I'm out of space. Maybe Marrok does. I got to go. Because now we're getting, Blythe, and we're getting all these other clones, and maybe we're getting more OT, and those shelves are getting a little more and more stuffed with what you really want, and then you're like, fuck, okay, well, this was cool, but I gotta,
the thing with the Hot Toys too, and what's a little bit different with, say, my 3 3/4, the collecting I've done like that in the past, is that, that stuff, hey, you get sick of it, you can just go ahead, put it in the box, put it out in the garage.
Sure.
Hot Toys are not like that with the soft goods that they have. You run a risk that if you go ahead and you're like, okay, I'm done with this, let me put it in the box and put it aside, that thing could sit in a box and deteriorate. And, so they are a little bit different in that respect. You got to look at the figure, like a clone trooper, no problem. I put that in a box, put it away. But like an Anakin with pleather goods and everything, or say a Terminator figure, I don't know why you'd ever stick that away and put that away. But just as an example, that jacket, I would be concerned with tucking a figure like that away and just saying, I'll get back to it later. Something like that, you might want to let go while the condition is great and you can get something for it. I hate to think of people putting these figures away and, going back to them later and they're like ruined inside the box. You put it up in the attic or something like that.
It is rough, man. Look, Justin, I mean, it really depends on the figure. It really depends on the figure, like CT was saying. I mean, clones, troopers, those are not too bad. You can have them in a while. But yeah, some of those, man, I mean, I remember almost buying a Robin, a 66 Robin Hot Toys. It's been in a box forever. And he decomposed, bro. Like he turned into like slime. Yeah, it was really gross.
Must have been a really harsh environment.
Well, you never know, right? If it was somewhere in Asia where it's like super, that temperate, that humidity. I'm sorry.
This Luke Skywalker right here that I got recently, he was in the box, never taken out, mint in box. It was a sideshow figure. And I took him out. I wanted to kit bash him, get rid of the sideshow body, upgrade the body, which I did. And I was just taking the clothes off, and that black shirt underneath the orangey yellow jacket, literally, like you said, it just disintegrated, just literally in my hands. It was just turning to nothing. All the other clothing was fine, but whatever it was about that goddamn shirt and the clothing they used, it was like tissue paper. It was like it just literally disintegrated. Yeah.
It's fucked.
That what's it called? I call it the police shootout Terminator.
Yeah.
Dude, I got that. The seller's like, the jacket is in pristine condition, and when I got it, fucking pristine condition, I went to go change a hand, and I had my arm, and when I removed my thumb, there was a rip. It just fucking happened.
His shirt did Marrok. It just.
Oh yeah. No, but at the same time, I don't think you can even see back there, man. Because my lights are all fucking moody right now. But
you need a clap on.
Man, we're not that old. But I got the. Are you trying to show us? Let's see.
Yeah. So I changed out his shirt. So now he's sporting the Rebel Base shirt from Hot Toys that I got. So yeah, he no longer has like that black Return of the Jedi shirt under there. But
that's pretty awesome looking though.
Yeah, he didn't come out too bad. Yeah, Rebel Base. There you go. Represent.
Yeah. Dude. No, I didn't look, it happens. I'm just letting you guys know. Like it, pleather, that type of shit will happen. There, I turn my lights on. I don't even know if you can see them back there, but can you see them back there? Yeah, you can.
Yeah, right there.
Jacket's fine for years and years, but I'm in the desert. So like it's weird here. We have like no humidity. So what you guys see back here, I've had like zero issues for years. Like no problems. But that's, because I guess maybe I live out here in the desert, but you live somewhere with a lot of humidity or how it's stored for a while. It'll just, some of that can happen, dude. Some of that can happen. Just sucks, dude. Never buy pleather. It's really tough, man. If you can get different, I would. Or if you're really into, spending the money on custom shit, get some custom, they may like leather, people make leather jackets for figures, things like that, change it up if you want to, but then that gets into a whole different.
I don't got that Bob Dylan money.
Big
buying leather jackets for my fit. I want a leather jacket. Jesus Christ. You know.
Yeah, I totally get that, man. Totally, man. I think somebody was asking though, real quick, man, before we wrap, man. Collection Obsession was up, man. He said, "What standard are you using for the snowspeeder?"
Very good question. That is the Stronghold display. Thank you for asking that. Stronghold displays, people. That's a great display. That's the one that they're using to mount off the walls and everything. I've got a very heavy duty metal stand that's mounted to, so it's not going anywhere. But that display, it's the only display I could have really used, stand rather, that I could have used to display the snow speeder like that and move it any way I want. I know there are people using some TV stands, and you can get away with a TV stand if you want to do it off the wall. But the way I've got this, like a pedestal, that display is very heavy duty. It is a little bit pricey. I get it. But if you're buying a snow speeder, make the investment. It's worth it. Well worth it.
You want to make sure that shit stays on there.
Yeah. Stronghold displays. Check them out.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty badass, man. It looks good like that too, I think.
Thank you.
I know he made that for the Batwing too. I know Bob has it.
He did.
You know,
He did.
mounted and whatnot. Yeah. It's pretty sweet, dude. So, but guys, I think we're gonna wrap, man. We hit over a little 2 hours, man. I know P-Rox, you gotta eat, man.
Yeah.
And I gotta eat, and you know we gotta wind down for the evening, man. But I appreciate you guys coming in, dude. P-Rox, what you got going on anyway on your channel, bro?
More reviews. Got the Diamond Select Leonardo PVS statue review. I got it done. I was gonna drop it today, but I would just say for the morning. Got that, and then another review coming out later in the week, and then from there LWO.
Are you hosting Friday? This Friday?
No, I think Joao's hosting this one. Joao.
Oh, okay.
One. But Friday.
Jesus
LWO
Christ.
Right, I never know. I never know like where it is.
Jesus Christ.
I have to ask.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that'll be sweet, man. That'll be sweet. Did you end up? You never ended up picking up those Hot Boys. Remember that?
No. I still got it. I got it on Big Bad Toy Store. It's my pile of loot. I have to have it shipped out. I have at least Leonardo. I got Leonardo.
Okay, cool. Because Sean got him. I was like, I was like, yo, but it's pretty dope, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
My shit, man. I just got I got my Mesco 112 Morbius coming in from Big Bad Toy Store, and then I got,
okay, nice.
I got my a few like 2 Godzilla figures coming in, and then the Mesco Ultimate Godzilla. I got my shipping notification today.
Oh shit! So okay, I know you're stoked for that.
Week. Yeah, I can't wait.
Hell yeah! All right, so you'll be doing some reviews on those, and I am sure. Well, guys, check out P-Rock if you haven't already. I'm gonna put your link in the description because I didn't prep anything today, man. I was so out of it, but and CT and Hector, man, appreciate you guys coming to chat with us, man.
I would just invite anyone to go ahead and check us out in the Discord. We got a lot of stuff going on. Late Bloomer is going to be going ahead and reviewing X-Men 137. So he does comic reviews, and he's been doing a lot of gaming on the Spider-Man game. So
yeah, he is.
Those guys are always jumping on board and gaming with each other. So if you're a gamer, come on board, come on in and check us out. And we got a couple of watch parties that are going to be coming on. So some good movies as we get into the holidays. If you just go into Mafia, into his Facebook group, you'll see the type of stuff we're watching, all the classic sci-fi movies and stuff like that. So
yeah, man, it's been a lot of fun in there.
Yeah. We just hang out, turn our cameras on or not, whatever you want to do, whatever you're comfortable with. But if you're not familiar or maybe a little intimidated by Discord, I would just say don't. Come check us out. We always have people around that will help you and explain how to use it and get you in and use Discord. So, that's where you'll find me and Hector pretty much anytime during the day, any day.
That's right.
Yeah. P-Rock, a lot of other people. We're all just chilling in there watching shit. Dude, I've been playing Baldur's Gate for like a month, dude. So
ball gag.
It's a problem. It's a gut. Yeah, playing ball gag. Yeah, whatever, man. Listen,
you're dragons, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here.
You're this close to we have an intervention, dude.
We don't need no stinking intervention, bro. I just got to beat it one more time, and then I'm good for a while.
One more time.
I'm on Act 2. I'm almost done. So this will be my 4th. Dude, the game's so good. If you like Dungeons and Dragons, I love it.
There's a lull right now with
There
Hot
is a lot.
Toys and stuff. So absolutely, go
I've heard
enjoy
it,
that
yeah.
theme.
The third one,
Enjoy
right? The
it,
third one?
everyone.
Yeah, third one. It's so good, dude. It's just fun, dude. It's a lot of fun. I've always loved that style, and I love D&D. So anyway, point is that's fun. Yeah, I've been streaming that in there, and we're just hanging out and bullshitting and whatnots. But yeah, I totally forgot. I just ended the poll. 96 votes, so 90% say no to Gilgamesh, 9% yes. That's a pretty big.
He's gone anyways. Doesn't matter. He's gone. If you didn't get him,
I know,
forget it.
I know. But I just like looking at polls because it gives everybody in the community a chance to, voice their thoughts, and I love it, man. So it's good. But anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap. What else do I have coming up? This I don't know, man. I'm not really too sure. Yes, no intervention needed. I thoroughly enjoyed watching the game.
P-Rock, before we go out, can you answer a question? How many Cubans do you have on LWO? Hector, watch him carefully. Huh?
I'm trying to think. None.
Yeah.
All Mexicans. I'm only Puerto Rican.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, there's that.
We had you on before once. You never came back on again. You said because of your voice.
Well, that was the Arnold thing. That was the Arnold.
Oh,
if you all want me on there one more night,
we'll have you back
I'll
on again,
come in.
man. We'll have you back on again.
We'll talk about fricassé de pollo, picadillo, carne con papa. We can talk all that. Forget toys. We can talk just food. Fuck it.
That's what that happens a lot, man. So you fit right in, man. So that'll be fucking cool. But
you don't do ranch on your pizza or on your chicken, right?
Hell no. What the fuck is that?
All right, see.
Wait,
I need one of you guys.
I'm not getting into this, bro. But ranch sometimes on pizza's good.
No.
What? Ew.
No, you don't
like
think so?
California. That makes you putting avocados on it.
Yeah.
No.
Hold on.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on, P-Rock. Do you put pineapple on your pizza?
No.
Okay,
Yes, dude. Come on, bro. It's good.
No.
I've had it before. It's not bad, but I wouldn't order it.
I'm not saying you get it
I wouldn't
every
pay for it.
time. That's not the end all be all pizza. But on an occasion, like a pineapple pepperoni pizza with like some jalapenos, that's fucking
I'll
good.
take that over a plain cheese pizza. I don't like
You don't do that. You don't do that on the East Coast, guys. That's a West Coast.
Not really.
Well, okay, you
ranch,
guys,
right? The ranch, no ranch over here. Like I'm like, what
you
the
guys
heck
can
is
stay
on
on your East Coast. All right, I
fruit your bears, putting fruit in the beer.
I don't know about fruit and beer, but look, I'll stay over here on the West. Okay,
don't do that.
You guys stay on the East. Hey, at least I don't put ketchup on a fucking hot dog. I'm not a psycho.
What? You're supposed to put ketchup on a hot dog? What are you talking about,
No, you're
psycho?
not.
That's normal.
No, that shit ain't normal, bro. That shit ain't normal.
Mustard only.
What do you put? Just mustard only?
Yeah,
What,
talk
dude, mustard, relish, fucking
Yeah,
hot
put
peppers,
ketchup, relish,
pickles.
mustard.
If you go to
Um,
Chicago
sauerkraut.
and put ketchup on a dog, you're gonna run into a problem, guy.
You're gonna get your
Get
ass.
shot.
That's what's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
I'll bring my own ketchup. I'm sorry, man. I need ketchup.
Chicago takes their
No.
dogs serious.
Well, I grew up in. I've been born and raised in
Heinz
Chicago. We don't
ketchup, too,
put
not no
ketchup
Hunt.
there.
Heinz
But
ketchup.
all right, look, we're out of here. You guys, dude, thank you for
Go to
watching.
hell. There you go, Dorothy.
Hit that like,
Get to the
Ketchup all
chopper.
way, man.
right?
Go to hell, mustard.
Go to hell.
Heinz ketchup
motherfucker.
is the way to go.
All right, listen, love you guys, man. We'll be out of here. I don't know what's going on the rest of this week. I will have my show Saturday night, but I don't know what's going on this week. So stay tuned and hit the like, hit the sub, say what's up. Links in the description. I will update for you guys if you're watching on the replay. For Lael and P-Rock, and yeah, man, good times. We're out of here. We'll see you on the next one. You guys have a great night. Peace out.